All right, good morning, everybody. If this sounds okay mic-wise, hit that number 1, please. And if I sound okay audibly, if you don't mind hitting that number 1. Oh, there we go. Brett, Todd. Uh-oh. Do I not? I'd like to at least get 5 ones. Flash, Trucking, Krager, Evil. All right. Sub-Zero, perfect. Okay. All right, very quickly before I hop into the official broadcast, for those of you that are watching this in the archive, please, if you enjoy and you want to have something to continue to watch after this has already been uploaded, then code Clay, all caps, with any of these prop firms. There are no sponsorships or anything like that. This is totally viewer supported, and the best way to support this is with code Clay. Save yourself some money, help support the live stream, a good win-win for everybody. So again, I recommend Take Profit Trader, but whoever you're with, code Clay, all caps, with any of these prop firms is a way, like I said, to help support it and ensure that it continues. So I appreciate that. All right. Well, let's get this party started here. Well, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, March 25th. The year is 2026. Hopefully you're all off to a good start. I don't know. Something has been off for me. I don't know exactly what it is, not in a terrible way, but I have just not, I've really not made that many. Well, hey, thanks, Evil. Great session today, past. Hey, good job. And with a super. Thank you, Evil. Blue 2 accounts up. Bummer. Sorry to hear that, Jerry. But yeah, I have not made a whole lot of trades. I've tried a couple times that never got filled. And then other ones I just really haven't seen a lot. The trade right here was just from alert in the community. I'll just bring that over real quick. So we're at about the 2-minute timestamp in case anybody asks. There's nothing. Let's see, where is that? Okay. So right here, the majority came from. So originally I posted right here how there's this ascending triangle. Actually, this is on the. So how, this is to the private community, but I posted there was this ascending triangle, and then a little later as things developed, that actually, I mean, that was the one I kind of, if you look at what happened with gold after that bull flag on the 5-minute, that would have been a really nice one. But anyways, then I changed to this. Instead of waiting for a break of the ascending triangle, do you get more aggressive with a 455 break? So that's what I was thinking. That yellow line there, 455 break. And that is what ultimately I did do. So if we go back here on the open right here, you can see it came up here. There's the 455. And it did break and it did pop up about 25 points. So for me, plenty of wiggle room to take out a little bit of a scalp there. So that's where the 750 came from. And then the 27, I don't even remember where that came from. So like I said, not a whole lot of trades for me at all. And even the ones that I've, and I haven't even tried. Sometimes it's like, man, I've tried to make like 8 trades and I just can't get filled. I'm not even there yet. I haven't even tried that many just because, man, I don't know. In some ways, I'm grateful that I didn't try to. No, I did actually play. I don't remember. But anyways, hopefully you're having a little bit more of an active day than me. But if you're kind of feeling like I've described, like, man, today just feels kind of off, you're not alone. You're not alone. It feels off for me. Some people, I understand and respect, and I suppose in some senses I'm jealous of your strategy. Some of you are probably absolutely loving this action. This is the greatest thing ever. I am killing it. And for those of you, congrats. Again, I'm jealous. I'm jealous that your strategy is allowing you to crush it. So, but yes. So, I didn't even do the full introduction. So very quickly though, for those of you that have always asked, hey Clay, I enjoy the live stream. I like it. But I always forget to hit the like button, so you got to remind us, Clay. All right, well, here's your first reminder. If you've been here before and you know you're going to enjoy, please hit that like button, as it does help, and it does make a difference. But yeah, how are all your days going? Good, bad, terrible, great, blew an account, passed an account, got a payout, worst day ever, best day ever. I like the 50K and the 150Ks. Those are my account sizes that I like. But at the end of the day, you kind of gotta. I think if you're new to the prop firm space, starting with the 50K is a good one to start with. Whether or not you end there, I don't know, but I think that's a good one to kind of start with. Green the hard way. It's an okay day. Green so far. Small green still learning and observing. Roger that. Turned another pro. Oh, you like activated another account to pro? Is that what you mean by turned? Red. Good morning. Small green. I made 600 to lost 600. That's some. Yeah, I can see that. My strategy worked well today. Very good. Passed the 25K. Reached the pass for 50K, but over. Reached the pass for 50K, but over. What do you mean over what limit? Over the 50% consistency rule or just over your target? Green day going to protect those gains, Pam. Hey, Vin. Take profit, let me withdraw money. That's what's always crazy. Vin yesterday is like, hey, man, I made 10,000. And because of you, like, because I've been learning from, I'm assuming the live stream and this, and this. So, I mean, the dude trusts me enough to, I guess, trade, quote unquote, my strategy, but he doesn't trust me enough that I didn't refer him to a scam prop firm that's not going to pay him. People are crazy, but congrats, Vin. Yes, I'm glad you got paid. Did you fire up any more accounts? Yeah, of rule. Oh, yeah, you'll want to throttle it back then if you need to. So, anyways, people are hilarious. I'm glad you got paid, Vin, but like I told you, Take Profit Trader will pay. Despite all the fear, well, not, I mean, you look around, surprise, surprise, Twitter is, if you're not aware, is a dumpster fire, you know? Blew a 50K on the aggressive NQ momentum technique. Good job, Krager. Passed my latest test, need to flip 2. Oh, good job. Very good. Travis? All right, I'm thinking about maybe potentially a short up around here just because this is the highs from over here. And we're kind of already starting to maybe show some signs of petering out here. But if it can get up a... In fact, why don't I just move this line up here so I can better kind of visualize what I'm looking at. If we can get it more so up around that yellow line, might look to try to take a swing at some sort of short up around there. Sometimes you have to experience it to fully trust it. That's fair. That's a fair point. But good, I'm glad you trust it now. Do I just anticipate it or do I could put my stop right there, have a very tight stop. Do I wait for it to maybe come back down? Does seem like it's getting top heavy. I'm in short. And I'm in short here. Out there for a little scalpy scalp. Getting my feet wet, trying to build up a little bit of confidence for the live stream. Seems like it's getting easier to pass the test, but to make the racehorse. Yeah, that's I think part of the evolution is, I don't want to say it's ever easy to pass a test, but it certainly gets easier. I remember, I'm like, hey, are these easy? I remember when I first got into props, I was like, are these tests even possible? Like, can you even pass? Like, are all these people actually passing? And then you pass one and you kind of get in a groove and you get more of it. And it's like, okay. So again, I'm still not going to say that passing the eval is easy, but from where it felt like when I first started trying to pass, I know exactly what you mean. So my point here is that eventually it'll get to the point where you start to get a groove. Okay, how do I get to the buffer when you're pro accounts? But you got to just keep grinding at it. You got to just keep grinding. But yeah, I definitely remember the days where, like I said, it almost felt like, is it even possible to pass a test? And now, again, I'm never going to use the word easy, but it is, I'll just put it this way. I don't feel the way I used to. Maybe that's the best way I can put it. Yeah, I know, Carrie, you've gotten some payouts now. So going from seeming like it's impossible to pass a test, and now I know Kerry's gotten some payouts. So, yeah, that's the key. You just got to, like anything in life, right? You got to just keep grinding at it. I think I'm going to try another short here. Put my stop up there. So looking for a short at the red line. Stop will be the green line. Yeah, Mintmont. Well, you know you can do it. So it's not a question of, if you can do it. You know you can. You just gotta do it, brother. All right, well, not looking like that short setup is going to take place as it's pulling back here. And I suppose in hindsight, granted, I mean, this is all the shoulda, coulda, woulda game. Doing the scalpy scalp there wasn't necessarily the best thing to do, but for where I like to do, no trades for 30 minutes. Yeah, Cody, I don't know if you were at the beginning, but I was saying I've made very few trades on the day. Like I said, this was just one trade. And then from there, I haven't really attempted. I have attempted a couple of trades that I never got filled on, but not a lot. So yeah, I don't blame you one bit there. It's not hard to believe that people are probably not finding a whole lot of trades. Now maybe range people are enjoying all these big wicks kind of back and forth. Good, Pam. Glad to hear that helped last night. Very good. I'm down 94 on pro, but I'll go green most. I do better after the open for my. Oh, okay. I like the confidence. Sounds like you're using data, though, to make that claim. Hey, Neil. Okay. What are... I have not really been watching oil at all today. I didn't make an alert earlier on it, but other than that, haven't really watched a whole lot. I was looking over at the 5-minute. Yeah, just what's gold up to? Ooh, all right, gold with a pullback. All right, maybe something here on gold with the pullback. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything. Kind of a pullback here, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe something here on gold. Maybe kind of, sort of. There is a note auction at 1 p.m. Eastern. So we have to try to remember that. Yesterday, I'm pretty sure, because it came out really bad. And at that time, well, a couple minutes later is when we got that big red candle. So pretty sure that one moment yesterday where we were like, wait, what happened? Oh, was that the bond auction? That was definitely the bond auction. Because after reading a little bit more on it, yeah, the auction did not turn out well. And that made sense that would have been it. So anyways, that's just my long-winded way of saying if we can try to work together to remind everybody at 1 p.m. there is another auction. I do not use them, but I do have a code for them. So yeah, if you want to support the stream, get their current deals and discounts, you can use code Clay. All caps for that. Just very quickly. So right here, Alpha Futures, code Clay. Or any of those other prop firms, like I said, if you want to help support the stream. Yeah. This looks like an interesting potential long here. I'd like to see it come down a bit more. Right there. So I'll try a long at the green line here. Trying to go with the trend. It's been trending up. We now have a pullback. We have a low right here. We have the 21 EMA. So we'll see if I can get filled here. Hey, good morning, Ironclad. I like him. Showed a good sense of humor yesterday, which was always a good thing. Got day one payout yesterday, blew up today. What did you at least get the account paid for? Okay, looking for a long here. Okay, I am now long on gold. See if it wants to give me some sort of bounce here. Long on gold. 500% ROI. Yeah, very nice. Obviously still disappointing, but 500% ROI is nothing to scoff at. I can never tell. Is gold great to trade or is this like the worst thing ever to trade? It's like so freaking slow. I was a little slow on the I should have locked in something up there. A little slow on it though. Come on. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Do I like trading gold? I mean, some days are good, but then other days we have this. Okay, ironclad. I love you, brother, but there's really no point to talk about that. We don't care about stocks, low floats, small caps, nothing like that. Day trading futures in through a prop firm is what we're doing here. And you're supposed to have a prop firm set up by now. You should be over stocks. Are you bag holding? Okay, you are bag holding. Oh, gold. Okay. Well, at least you're honest about being a bag holder. Just remember the concept of opportunity cost. How much opportunity are you missing just because you refuse to sell the thing? Oh, good. Now it's bouncing it off my blue line. That's great. All right, sounds good, Ironclad. I like it. Ooh, nice looking candle on the MNQ 5 minute. Right off the 21 EMA. See, that's what I was looking for. If you look at the 5 minute right now, except mine just came right down through it. Yeah, what a snoozer. Watch it dump now to be like, what'd you say? Did you just call me a snoozer? Yeah, I'll show you a snoozer as it dumps in my face. Oh. That's weird. Siren going on out there. Okay, beautiful candle here. Come on now. Go. Push. Come on. Come on. Come on. All right, got one out there. Still have two left. I think this one maybe has broken my spirits. It has. I'm done. I want to see if this could be a nice clean move up, and it still might work its way up there, but I'm not going to have this thing. It could even come all the way down here and then bounce back up. But I don't want to risk. I don't want to have to sit through it coming down here and saying, "Oh, great, here we go again." So I'm out. I'm out because you can always get back in. This is gold, MGC. Let's hop back over to MNQ here. Maybe a long down around here. Hey, good morning, Cam. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oil with a little bit of a pullback. Take a look at gold. Yeah, okay. This is exactly what I did not feel like having to sit through. I should probably get long down here again. It is the bottom of these past two. But, man, I don't know. No, I do like gold. When gold really gets moving and it's moving, I mean, it can be really, really solid. But this right now is kind of just, to be fair, everything's kind of moving this way right now. And also, to be fair, this is what is always mind-blowing, and it took a while to translate in my mind from stocks to futures. Yeah, this action is quote-unquote slow, but because of how futures are priced and how points add up and all that sort of stuff, you still got it. I mean, there is still money to be made, even in this slower movement. Now, sure, there's still money to be lost. That's a two-sided coin. But when stocks slow down, again, nothing's impossible. But it is rough because, for example, if Tesla all of a sudden is in a 50-cent range, okay, I mean, and let's just do some quick math real quick. So Tesla's what, $300 right now? I don't know. So if you need 5 shares times $300, okay, you need 100. Okay, that's just stupid. $150,000. All right, let's try 100 shares. I know. $30,000. I get it. So you still need $20,000 or $30,000 to just get 100 shares. And if Tesla's like in a literally slow 50 cents chop, let's say you play it perfectly and you get the 50 cents. So 50 cents times your 100 shares. I mean, that's $50. So $30,000 for $50. So that's what I mean. It's just, yeah, all these futures are slower, but slow in futures is totally different than a slow stock. And if you've traded stocks, you know what I mean by that. And just doing the math right there, it's like, oh goodness. That's why when people show up and they're saying they're day trading stocks, I'm like, do you realize how inefficient you're being with your capital right now? Well, that's not a good for the confidence booster. As I said, well, I should probably be buying right here. Well, that was actually a bad thing. So that's not good for my confidence. I mean, it feels good that I didn't buy there, but on the flip side, it's like, yeah, but you were thinking about it. So that's not good for the confidence. Let's see what's... Ooh, okay. All right, maybe something here. So far, VWAP holding strong. Prod. Yesterday at 4:18 p.m., NQ rocketed up out of nowhere. Yeah, that was... So that was totally showing how big money they had a head start, because I think it was because of that 15-point plan. But before the plan showed up on Twitter and it started to come out, the market had already made a really big move. So that's what was crazy about that, and that also proves the power of charts. Charts knew something was going on, but for those of you that are for the people that are scanning for the news, what's the news? What I got to see. By the time the news came out, everything had already happened. So that is why when people, I've said from day one, what is the best news source? The chart, what we're looking at. Okay, no. Once you do futures, ironclad MGC is called a micro future. Yeah, pay $28,000 for Bloomberg. Yeah, that. Is this? No, I'll get rid of that trend line. Might get my 100 points on 2. Yeah, yeah, you're within range. Ironclad. Do you use charts for your trading of stocks? Do you use charts? Okay, well, good news. Charts work in futures too. In fact, that's pretty much all futures trading is charts. The only difference for you will be instead of trading a stock, you will be trading a futures contract. That's it. And instead of doing a ticker symbol like ELAB, you'll just do MNQ. You'll be okay, brother. You already made the good decision. The good decision way back, whenever that was the decision to learn charts. Because once you learn a chart, you can trade anything with a value that changes. And guess what? Futures have a value that changes. Therefore, charts will work. Now, if you're showing up and you're like, so the person that's like, okay, well, I trade stocks and I trade stocks using fundamental analysis. I use income statements, I use balance sheets, blah, blah, blah. It's like, okay, well, you have a long journey then with futures because with futures, you use charts. So you have to actually learn charts first. But since you already decided to use charts, whenever that was, you made a good decision. Have you heard of the No Getting Rich in Congress Act? With technology, I don't. Maybe I'm missing something, but I'm not opposed to government people trading. But if they take a trade, like there should be a site that says so and so just did this, like in real time. But like this whole, okay, you have 30 days or 60 days to report, that's nonsense. In this day and age, we should be able to know right away who's doing what and when they do it. And then they have to hold for like, I don't know. I'm open here for, I don't know, at least 30 days. The reason for that is if they're allowed to sell right away, then they're going to start pumping and dumping. They're going to be like, okay, I know that this is about to go up because it's going to be reported that I just bought. So I'm going to sell it 5 minutes after I buy it. So in order to prevent that, that's where you'd have to, put some sort of, so anything they buy, they can't sell it right away either. All right, maybe a long down around here, which is a pivot point. Did a good job back here holding strong. Yeah, Ironclad, that's what I was just saying, brother. Bull flags exist in stocks. Bull flags exist in Forex. Bull flags exist in futures. Cup and handle patterns exist in crypto. Cup and handles also exist in futures. Oh, Jay, there he is. Jay's spirit animal is man tools. Nice job, Brian. Congrats, man. Brian with the 100-point trade. I want one of those sometime. What's gold is kind of just a little bit of a bear flag here. Show me the bull flag on USD. I don't even know what that one is. What is that? USD, USDC? Yeah. I mean, it's all just, yeah, it's all patterns. I mean, I mean, I think some would argue that patterns, that futures respect charts the most, which I think I would probably agree with. Now, obviously, that's not to say that everything is perfect, but it's a one-to-one chart, basically. Oh, okay. All right. Sorry, Cam. Again, I'm looking for a potential long down around this brown line here, which is a pivot point. Good morning, River. Provided some support, but oh, wow. All right, oil with the breakout, so that makes sense why this is coming down. There is oil. So we have news. I don't know if this is really a news candle. News candles happen very quickly. This is kind of just a slow bleed. So no, I don't. My guess would be there's no news. I could be wrong, but this does not really seem like it's news per se. Would like to see it come down here before. I kind of want to get long here, but then is it going to be one of those things where then it drops down here and I'm going to be saying, great. Had I just waited, I would be getting my original entry point. I got 500. Well, that is more than enough. Because if you have 500 to start, then with Take Profit Trader, again, code Clay gets you the 40% off. I mean, you basically have 5 of these accounts that you could buy. So there you go. Iran is requesting much more. Well, inventory is much stronger than expected. Okay, here we go. Whoa, oh, hey, oh, okay. All right, do I try the double bottom down here? I better wait for confirmation at this point. I'm not going to just blindly buy anything. All right, there was the low. So right now it would have been a beautiful bounce right off of it, but... Well, for a scalper, that is. If you wanted more, then... Yep, there goes oil. Okay. Okay, the white line here is the low of the day. So the price can never get below the white line, but as it's doing right now, the white line itself will just adjust lower. What is that yellow line from? I have no idea where that line came from. From yesterday, at some point, I would assume. I'm going to just get it out of there. Yeah, so right now a short seems like totally chasing. Long is just, I mean, you're stepping in front of a freight train. Gold dropping too, yeah. Oil going up, markets. Man, Brian, congrats, dude. Is this on a 150K account or is this on your 50K? Have you? I don't even know if you've gotten the 150K yet. $24,186. Oh, and the 50K, nice. You got to be getting close to passing. Insurance executives see U.S. recession in the next 3. Okay, yeah, I don't care about it. We've been hearing about recessions since basically there was a bounce after the financial crisis in 2008 or 9. When the market started to bounce, okay, this is just temporary recession. Like, there's always somebody calling for a recession. So that sort of news, I never, I don't care. All right, going to potentially try a short here as it's... Okay, going to try a short there, see if this former support is now a resistance area. If this thing just comes straight back up, I will be in trouble. I do not think the odds are that this thing comes straight back up, though. All right, I'm moving this up more. Now it's putzing around too much. Look at that, right off the... I don't think I would have been filled, but... look at that. Iran nuclear plant struck again. So we've got about 3 different news releases. That's why for me it's also just like, just trade the chart. Because now we have, okay, Iran nuclear plant struck. Some about insurance executives. We have Iran's, okay, that's the struck. That's the same news thing. Then we have somebody saying Iran's requesting more than would be willing for offer a ceasefire. Iran demand, yeah. So I mean, all these different news things. So at the end of the day, that's why I'm like, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the chart, try to cut through all this other noise. Wow, what a hammer on gold. I'm gonna move that up now. Seeing the hammer on gold. Gold there all the way back up. So if that's maybe gonna start to, maybe this has got a bigger bounce than what although I could just wait for, yeah. Let's try this. I can put my stop around that area. Okay, if that red line turns blue, I'm short. Trying to go with the trend here. Big move down. Got a little bit of a breath back up. We'll see if it wants to roll back over. Yeah, that's true. How did you get that insider information? All right, never mind on that one, it seems. Yeah, Matt, man, we're, well, I was thinking about trying to quote-unquote catch it right here, but I decided to wait for confirmation, which I'm glad I did because, yeah, that would have been a losing trade from the long side. Compton, are you still trading with just that one account, or are you doing the racehorse model? All right, maybe. Okay, what would be great here is this. We have about 15 seconds for this candle. This candle closes like right here. Next one, bumps its head on the pivot point, and then starts to come back down. This could be a very ideal setup. Let's see what we can get here. No. Come back up. You got to close closer. Not all the way down there. No. Yeah. Not as ideal. I mean, it's... All right, I'm going to try a short there at that pivot point. And trying to short at the red line. Gold right now at the VWAP after an insane hammer candle. Okay, I'm coming up there now. It's putzed around below that area. Yeah. Well, doggone it. Yeah, I can't say I would have had a winning trade yet. Yes, AJ, those are what are called flip days, and that's where you need to do a flip trade. There's my stop right up above there. So a nice tight little stop. If this thing is going to be the true V-shape straight back up, well, it is what it is. You're looking to get short at the red line. Stop is at the green. And I'm in and out. Wow. All right. Well, that one lasted like under a second. Wow. The check mark now. The V is complete. Here to there was the V, and now it's working on the check mark. Let's see how high up it wants to get. Christian, we all know you didn't make $6,000, so just stop, dude. We all know you didn't make $6,000. If you keep lying about your gains, we're going to have to just ban you. Hey, Goose. Good to see you. No, Christian, again, trust me, bro. That's definitely not the case. So just stop. Just stop. Yeah, I know. I know he's trolling, yes. That's why I'm just telling him right now, either stop or you're getting banned. Because a lot of people start to show up, to which they'll be right. Dude, this guy, just ban him already. And they will all be right. So either stop or you're banned. Hey, Nam. Well, tell your wife hello also, Goose. Tell Mrs. Goose, talk to me, Goose. Hello. Yeah, okay, you called your entry. That has nothing to do with you making $6,000. Thank you for calling your entry. We'll try a short at 425. Stop at 451. Again, okay, this is where I think you're either I don't know. I think we just ban him at this point. He's not connecting the dots. I'm too nice. Final time, Christian Garcia. The point of contention here is nobody believes that you just made $6,000 on that. That's the point of contention, okay? Why are you being so lenient with this guy? Because you got to give him credit. He is mapping out trade plans. He is mapping them out. He just did another one. All right, now starting to drop back down here. So yeah, the trade I took there was, I don't know if that was the quickest trade I've ever had, but it happened so quick that actually the price was up above my stop loss. I mean, so in other words, it filled me and stopped me out in like essentially the same exact moment. Yeah, okay, yeah, Christian, go ahead, Clay at claytrade.com. Go ahead, send me a screenshot that you made $6,000. There's the email right there. That is fair point, Razorback. All right, I don't know. Am I being a totally dented baboon by? But I mean, come on, this thing just cratered. Is this not a bearish? This is what I don't know. Is this just some big range where it's going to go all the way down and then all the way back up? Bulls are trying to hold this up because if bears take this back below, it's night. That's my bias. All right, McGooster, appreciate you sharing that. Hey, Christian, are you going to email me? I gave you my email up above. Are you going to email me? He's busy in Photoshop. Because I am a dent, I'm going to try another short up here. VWAP, 50 period moving average. Let's see if we can get this right here. Okay. So Christian Garcia, you're not going to email me. Is that confirmation? If you do not reply to this question, you are banned because now you're just completely ignoring me. Again, Clay, why are you giving this guy so much wiggle room? Because I do respect the fact that he is actually giving trade plans ahead of time. There's a lot of respect that goes into that. But so that is why I'm giving him. But this is the final question. Are you going to email me, Christian Garcia? I know you can hear me right now. Answer that question. Email me immediately. Maybe made 6K rupees. That's true. He never did quantify the currency. Look at this on the 5 minute. We are up around all this congestion. Okay, I'm in. Come on down. Okay, I want this to be a winning trade now. So my stop is in green territory. Let's see if I can get that first target. That's actually a great... If I can get that one, that'd be a great risk reward for what I was risking on that one. Okay, Christian Garcia. I'm already a liar, but I'll do it one more time. Are you going to email me? I know you hear this. Are you going to do it? If you ignore it again, then you've made it very clear you are indeed just trolling. Are you going to email me the proof of the 6,000 and stopped out? Mods, if he replies back with anything other than answering the question about emailing me, it's open season. Or just admit you lied. Okay, ban him. It's open season on Christian Garcia. Ban him. Not timeout, ban him. All right, he gone. He is gone. See, that's how much I respect people that do give trade plans ahead of time. I will give you extra wiggle room, but yeah. I'm thinking my next potential interested short up here at the pink line. It's basically like a little double top two. If we have this high right there, and if we correspond that out, it also happens to essentially be the high of that area. But I don't know if it's going to get back up there. Man. Yeah, another one indeed has bitten the dust. Adjusted stop to 455 to get above 200. Above 455. On the plus side, they can't blame Clay for being on tilt from losing an account, and that's why he was... That's true. I don't think I really ban... Usually those are just timeout people. When I lose my patience with like the rage baiters, I think those are usually timeouts. Yeah. I agree. Christian Garcia does seem like the type of person that will be back under a new name. Good job, Master. Good job, Grassmaster. Not true, Todd. Not true. You dirty, filthy liar. It was not 3 blown accounts in 5 minutes. It was 4. Get your facts straight, you filthy, dirty, lying, dog-faced, pony soldier rat. Don't be spreading false lies about 3 blown accounts in 5 minutes. It was 4. Thank you very much. Well, don't be nice. I bet you can't blow 5. Oh, I bet I can. I bet I can. It was shockingly easy and fast how quick 4 went in like 5 minutes. But I will not. I'm not going to take you up on that challenge, but I bet you I could. Zooks, yeah, like the 2-minute mark. I moved 10 accounts in 15 hours one day. Yeah, no, I can see how that's possible. Arika is short. Where's your stop at? I might be getting here short too. I wonder if this is about to finally... I realize we are at the 21, but the 5 really makes me think, does this thing want to roll back over here? Big move. Even, not that it needs to come down to these lows to make it worth my time, but the 5-minute is looking pretty interesting. Let's do this. If this... No, come back up. If this comes up here, hits its head on the yellow dotted line, which is the VWAP, and then comes back down, I'll grab short. But hindsight will be the judge. Maybe this thing is about to just go, and I should just be getting in right now and not put in what would be a silly requirement, which is now looking like a silly requirement. Oh, well, there's hindsight for you. Yeah. If you, was that Monday? I think it was Monday. If you go back Monday and go to, I think I don't know, 17, I talk about it. But the thing about Monday also was because of the racehorse model, I did also get another racehorse over the buffer, and yeah, and I've been milking that thing ever since. So all things considered, as bad as that sounds, just because prop firms are awesome and the way prop firm math works, I'm still doing just fine. That could sound like a terrible week, but. And I understand anybody that's new to prop firms probably doesn't understand, wait, how can this guy cook 4 accounts in 5 minutes and still be doing just fine? Again, that's just how prop firms are awesome. Oh, I haven't even looked at, I have not looked at silver in a long time. Silver is back to its, as far as I can tell, boring ways. All right, well, that has proven to be a very stupid requirement on my part to say, well, I first want to see it hit that yellow line. So... for those of you that are independent thinkers and are like, Clay, I'm just going to get in right now. Congrats. I'm glad you were an independent thinker. Did anybody get short up there? Give me a 2 if you're like, no, Clay, I'm not going to wait for it to hit that yellow line. I'm getting short already. Give me a 2 if anybody got short. Or if anybody is short. Cam, Nam, Sub, Mark, Frank. Oh, well, Frank, you're already in and out. McGooster, BMR, Southpaw, Fuzzy, Neil, Greg. Good job, gentlemen. All right, dumb money. We'll see. We'll see what we can put together for you. Hopefully, it's an entertaining show for you. We'll see what happens. I'm a spectator here. As am I. As am I. Although voices right now to get shorter are strong. It felt extremely strong up there. Oh, yeah, I had the inverse thoughts on that. The 5 minute suggested that something like this was more than possible. Nice job, AJ. That's a good morning. Oh, I might regret this. I better not do it. I want to get short if it comes back down, but I don't know. Is this going to be some sort of new... $24,395 short. Okay, and where's your stop going to be? You're buying dips? All right. All right. Good job. Good job, key trader. All right, I'm short. First target down here. Come on, hit me. All right, I want to make sure this is a green trade now, at least bare minimum. Come on, just come down and hit that first target. Then if you want to bounce up, fine. Okay, great. Next target will be down here. So stop a little bit more in the green now, but if this wants to keep bleeding, that'll be great. If it can get down, I don't know, right around here, I'll move my stop slightly above that pivot point, but I want to give it a little bit more wiggle room. Yep, okay, nice candle here. Bounce off that pivot point and keep bleeding. Okay, good. Now bounce down. Bounce down. Bounce down. That's not good. Do I add more right there? Or is that out fancying myself? I better not out fancy myself. I'll just let this thing cook. I'm going to just let it cook. Good job, Goose. Yeah, nah, this wasn't really a spank 'em trade, though. Their inactivity rule? What are you talking about? All right, there we go. Now I can move my stop right there. So now worst case, I'll make... Okay, come on. Come down and hit me. Are you serious? How did that not fill me? Fine, I'm going to go for more then, you little scumbag. You don't know me. You don't know me. I'm going for more. Yeah. Take Profit Trader does not have some sort of stringent inactivity fee. In a pro account, I think you have to make it a whopping 1 trade per week. And if you like travel or something, you just got to let them know. Give them a heads up. It's always suspicious when names I've never seen show up and then just they start saying stuff that's like, wait, what? It's always a little fishy. All right, I'm going to go for more. Come on, bleed. Come on down. You were 2 points away from stopped. Well, glad I wasn't. Probably the ones you banned. Oh, could be. And maybe this one stops me out. Again, still worst case, I'm making about 22 points on it. So I like situations where the worst case is 22 points. All right, there we go. So nice little trade there. And then a strong bounce back up. Alrighty then. So if it comes back down, this is the level that's kind of... Is that maybe the new short point? I'm not saying that if it breaks there, it's dropping straight down to the lows right there at that white line, but I mean, the chart does open up quite a bit. It pays to have stops. It does. Risk management is the name of the game. That's like, what, a 4 to 5 minute... Well, I don't mind trade. If I'm going to trade for 3 hours and it's because I'm in this beautiful, epic downtrend or uptrend in my favor, I don't mind that. It's the ones that go sideways for 4 hours that you're just sitting and waiting to see what happens. Because at that point, there's still the threat of, man, did I just sit here for 4 hours to then just have this be a losing trade? But if I know I know it already is a winning trade, and it's just a question of how much bigger is it going to get, well, that's fun to sit around. I will gladly wait around 4 hours to see how big a green trade can get. But it's the ones where you don't even know, because then you get like the time risk element. It's sort of like range traders where you're waiting for the price to visit the bottom of the range, and you could be waiting for, and I'm exaggerating a little bit, but you could be waiting for like 3 hours, and then you get in and out, and the trade lasts a whopping 3 seconds. It's like, okay, wow, I waited 3 hours for that. But yes, 4 to 5 minutes. That is definitely longer than a normal hold time. But like I said, there is that little kind of point of nuance of I don't mind those ones. Set for 2 hours watching my trade go minus 800. So did you even have a stop loss in that trade, dumb money, or is that just strictly holding and hoping? That sounds like a hold and hope trade to me. Maybe a short right here. We have kind of like this little miniature, kind of a double whammy of the good old hold and hope. Yeah, it's alive and well. No matter what you're trading, it exists in any asset class. That was save or let the account get cooked. Okay, yeah, so the hold and hope. Gotcha. Again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that per se. Because of the prop firm landscape, there are different ways of going about things where it can make sense to just be like, listen, this trade's either working out or this account is cooked. Because, especially in my mind, when I look at each account as a trade itself, I'll be buying below the last wick if it ever goes down there. Well, how far down below? Well, I mean, I'm not even saying it's wrong. Because again, the way I look at prop firms is each account is a trade. Because think about it. If you're using your own money and you're trading responsibly, well, part of a responsible trade plan is having a stop loss, which means if you're wrong, it's going to cost you a certain amount of money out of your account. So if your stop loss is $500, then that means if you're wrong on that trade, you have just had $500 disappear from your account. So that's just a part of trading. All responsible trades have risk management and a stop loss. And then, just what is your stop loss? Well, if I'm wrong, how much am I going to lose? Same is true with prop firms. The way I look at it is this. Each account is a trade. So for the 50K trade, what is the stop loss? Well, the stop loss is whatever you paid for it. So the stop loss technically for this trade is $102. Because if I go out there and I lose $2,000 on the account, yes, that counts as cooking the account. The account is gone. But does that mean I lost $2,000 out of my pocket? No, it just means that I lost the account, meaning I lost $102 because that's what I paid for. So for this account, this trade, the stop loss on this trade is actually 102. On the other end right here, the 150K account, the stop loss on the trade is 216 because, again, that is the cost of the account. And then if you reset it, because resets with Take Profit Trader are only $100, well, then the stop loss on that account is $100, right? Because that's what you spent to reset it. So, like I said, that is how I view all this. And, how on, Monday, I cooked a bunch of accounts in 5 minutes. Another way, but in my mind, the way I'm looking at it is I took a bunch of losing trades in 5 minutes. I'm not saying that's okay. I'm just saying, okay. And then I got another account. I got another trade because of the racehorse model. And boom, I was right back on track. So again, that is how I view the whole prop firm landscape. Each account itself is a trade. What is the stop loss associated with that trade? Well, whatever you paid for the account. Hopefully that makes sense. All right, I am thinking about maybe a short if this comes back down here. So if this wants essentially get rejected here, come back down. There is still, like I said, this little bear pennant, bear flag, whatever you want to. So we'll see if it does want to come down. But as of now, maybe it's like a double top up around here. So, okay, I'm going to try a short up there. Again, basically like a double top. So this high here. And then we also have the 21 EMA. So kind of like a double whammy up there. Potentially. Obviously no guarantees, but I think there's some logic behind trying to get short right there. If you disagree, no problem. I would assume you're not looking to take the trade then. Come on. Come on, brother. Record highs today in Omaha. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be 80 today here in Iowa, I think. Again, looking to get short at the red line. All right, never mind on that one as it drops back down. No, I do not believe in daily profit targets. Profit targets, for me, create too many mind games. I personally think daily profit goals are bad. For me, at least. And for the vast amount of people that I've come across over the years, they play too many mind games. What are my ATM settings? I have several different ones, so they're all different depending on what I'm kind of trying to do, Jack. Iranian sold U.S. They will get back to us tonight. The media is reporting they've said no, but we have not received any official information from Iran, so we're just waiting. They're all underground and... All right, roger that. Appreciate the update there, Nam. So you set a time limit? No, I do a setup limit. If there's 800 A+ setups in a day, I better be taking 800 trades. If there's 8 A+ setups in a day, I better be taking 8 trades. That is my driver. Not time, not profit goals, setups. Okay, here's the problem with a profit goal. Let's just say your profit goal, whether this is a day, a week, a month, whatever it is, just is $500. Again, keyword there being goal. Okay, now you're at $495. Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? You didn't hit your goal, failure. What are you going to do? You failed to meet your goal. And as goal-driven people, well, that's not a great feeling. You failed to hit your goal. What are you going to do? You failed to hit the goal. That's a temptation. What a lot of you are joking about. Yeah, what a lot of you are joking about is exactly my point. That is a temptation. It's, okay, well, I'm going to go for $5 more. Yeah. Candlelight saying you're going to push it and end up red for the, yeah, I mean. Exactly. Well, for everybody it is. Now, but a lot of people are going to, I'm surprised nobody said this, but here are these two words that people think solves the problem. Oh, well, that wouldn't get me because that's close enough, right? Well, that's close enough. That wouldn't burn me. Okay, so the follow-up question to that would be, okay, well, how do you define close enough? And let's just say somebody says, oh, I mean, if I'm within 10% of my goal, that's close enough. Okay, well, 10% of 50 or 500 is $50. Meaning, there's the 10% mark right there. Ooh, getting jiggy here. There's the 10% mark. Is $4.50. So now here's my question to those people that somehow think the close enough solves their dilemma. Okay, now you're at $4.48. Well, now what? You didn't even hit the close enough goal. You are a massive failure. You couldn't even hit the close enough goal. Do you see? There's really no way around it. So that is why I do not like goals. They just create too many problems. Just keep nibbling in the sense of trying to get your goal. Yeah, that's kind of the point. Well, I'm not quite there yet, so I'm just going to keep nibbling. Even though there aren't any actually good setups, I'm just going to keep on nibbling for the spirit of the goal. That's why I just say, why don't you just, the driving force for me is take good setups. If there's 500 good setups, hopefully I don't hesitate and I have 500 trades. If there's 5 good setups on a day, hopefully, assuming I'm disciplined, I only take 5 trades. I no longer have a daily goal. Yeah, they can create issues, that's for sure. Hey, if you're enjoying in any way, shape, or form, if you don't mind hitting that like button, that helps. That goes a long way. So if you could do that, that would be greatly appreciated. I'll take what the market gives me. Yep, that's another way of saying it. I've won more evals trying to squeeze out that last 300 to pass. Yeah, exactly. Okay, if this comes up here and comes back down, I'm going to try a short right there. Yeah, exactly, JP. That's... Yeah, Rhett. I mean, it doesn't work every day, but I'll take it. Short at the EMA. And where's your stop going to be? Nice job, Krager. Congrats on the pass. Okay, do I just get short here and then throw my... Yeah, I'm going to do it right there. And then I can just put my stop right above the highs. So this is either going to reject back down. Would love to hit that first target. Come on, come down and hit that first target. Come on. Thank you. So target 1 hit. Also going to put my stop in green territory now. So this will be a green trade now no matter what. Let's see if we can get this secondary target right there. But yeah, this will be a green trade. Just trying to figure out how big of a green trade if this thing wants to roll back over, which is a great spot to be in. Because logically, I don't know what's coming next. I don't know how far down it wants to go, if it wants to go down low. Looking like right now I'm about to get stopped out. But I'd love to be wrong. And I wasn't. All right, well, I'm trying. How much is enough? Just one more dollar. Not just one more setup. That's how you answer that. How much is enough? Well, if there's another A+ setup, why wouldn't I take the A+ setup? Because by definition, an A+ setup, the odds are in my favor. Well, Clay, the odds are not in your favor on that one. Well, then we have a problem. Either you think things are A+ setups that aren't, or, you know. But by definition, the odds you should trade when things are in your favor. Do I try again? If this is now some sort of sideways channel range, if that is indeed what we're looking at, then it would make very good sense to once again hop in short up here like I did on that one trade. But I'm not quite convinced this is a sideways channel yet. Did not say. All right, Philly. Hope it works out for you, brother. Do you still have those pro accounts that you've been crushing it in? Or did you finally have to lay those to rest? I make things look like an A+. Yeah. the imaginary voice. Yeah, I think we all have that one too. The good enough voice. It's like, that's good enough. That's close enough to a really good setup. Well, things are looking good here for Philly as I roll back over a little bit more. Whoa, whoa, what was that about, brother? Well, Philly, you had a fantastic ROI on those things, so well done, well done. Trying 399 shorts. Stop 411. All right, I like that, Cam. Appreciate the trade plan ahead of time. Nothing but respect. Yeah, I don't know. This is starting to look a little bit more rangy, but I'm not totally convinced yet. Let me put it this way. If you're getting short right here because you're thinking that this could be like top of the range, well, already that quickly. Congrats. Good call on your part. For me, like I said, I'm not totally convinced. But looking like I'm wrong so far. Hard to scalp during the choppy day. Yeah, it depends on kind of how you're going about the scalping. But yeah, for some, choppy is not goody good. Not goody goody. I feel like any minute now we're going to have a spike up. We had a spike down. Ooh, okay, so Neil's thinking a spike up. Yeah, I don't know. Over target on second. Try should get funded. All right, sounds good. Good job, CJ. All right, Rhett AF. Retired Air Force. With 30-point candles, you can get a 10-point scalp. That is true. Now, the question for me is, do I try the long down here? Again, I'm not totally convinced this is a range. If this, I'm more apt to maybe try a short down here. But if it comes down here and breaks on this or the next candle, I'll have to pass it just because that seems like a little bit maybe of a chase. But I'm taking a long at 350. And where's your stop going to be at, Jerry? Scaled for percent. Yeah, good job, Philly. You trusted it. You played that one the right way. Well done. Sub-Zero is short here. Where's your stop at, Sub-Zero? Risk previous 5-minute candle. Well, okay, so, but where does that actually put your stop loss actually at? All right, have a good one, Goose. 650 on ES. Roger that. So right now we have essentially like a little bit of a breakdown of that trend line right there. But it just seems so choppy. Like, am I going to short this breakdown and it chops right back in my face? That's just, I just can't do it. I can't trust that trend line here given the nature of how this has been behaving here. All right. Is this the bottom of the range or is this going to plunge right through? Well, for anybody that took that trend line, congrats. It happens, Jerry. It happens. We're all wrong from time to time. So I appreciate you putting your trade plan out ahead of time. Uh-oh. Don't do that to Jerry. Don't now stop him out and then go all the way back in his favor. That's never a fun situation. Reward is never wrong. Yeah, that's true. If a chronic liar tells you they're a chronic liar, are they a chronic liar? Think about that one. Your brain's going to start to hurt. Hey, Danny. Where have you been? Haven't seen you in a while. I don't know where I heard that one, but that was when I was like, yeah, that's an interesting one. Your brain hurts from this week's market. Well, hey, you know what? We're only like halfway through. Hey, Krim. I know, but we all sound so stupid around here. It's way more impressive. Like, the people sound so much smarter if you do need that 30-page glossary. I cooked an account, so I took a break for the month. You cooked one. Okay, I'm not saying you're wrong, but just so I understand, you cooked one account, so you took a month off because you cooked one account. I have 4 monitors now, Braven. Hey, JCCF. Yeah, I was getting impulse, so I set a switch off instead of losing more money. Now, when you say you cooked an account, do you mean a prop account or like like a live account that had thousands of dollars in it? Yeah, you know exactly, Tim. That's why I'm trying to seek a little bit more clarity, especially with, as I already explained. Okay, I think you're being a little too hard on yourself, especially if you just look at prop firms as each account is a trade. I mean, in my mind, the way I'm hearing all this is somebody took one losing trade and then took a month off because they took one losing trade. That, I think you're being, again, I appreciate you treating this stuff seriously, but I almost wonder, are you treating this too seriously? I'm not saying you should go out there and cook 100 accounts a week. I'm not saying that at all, but like one account is kind of like nothing within the world of prop firms. So I don't know, maybe, I don't know. That seems like you're being a little too rough on yourself. Hey, DJ, yeah, I don't know. Just kind of annoying price action for me. Well, again, that's sort of my point. Your conclusion that because you cooked one account that there's something wrong with your strategy, I mean, I don't know about that one, man. That seems like a very limited data set to jump to that conclusion because of one account. To be fair, maybe there is something wrong with your strategy. I'm not saying that's not the case. It just I don't in the prop firm landscape. Just from if I put on my statistics hat, that's not a very big sample size to I don't think draw too many conclusions from. All right, I might try a long down here. Okay, going to try a long here at the green line. Okay, I'm looking for a long at the green line. Okay, yeah, that's not, I mean, 2 accounts in 1 month. Again, if you look at each account as a trade and then the stop loss associated with that trade, whatever you paid for it, you're basically like, man, no, I had 2 losing trades in a month, in 1 month. So I had to step back for an entire month. I think you're being a little too hard on yourself. Once again, I appreciate the seriousness in which you seem to be taking all this. Fantastic. But I think you might be taking that a little too seriously if you're going to be that difficult on yourself. Again, looking to get long at the green line here. This is mainly based, I mean, I guess on the 2 minute too, but I like the 5 minute. 5 minutes got a nice hammer candle here, so I'm just trying to kind of play the lower part of this hammer candle. No. All right, never mind on that. Maybe try a short here if it wants to get rejected off of that area. Gonna try a short at the red line here. That's probably not smart, dude. We got. I'm looking over at the 5 minute. We got hammers forming on the 5. This is what I was about to short into. A chart that's looking like this with a couple of hammers. Well, this hammer's already been formed. This one's forming. So yeah, that was probably not a good trade. No, that's good. Yeah, you definitely don't want to rush trading. So if you had other stuff going on in your real life, your personal life, then yeah, that's totally understandable. Jude, welcome to the channel. Always good to see new faces around here. Good to have you. I was down 1,800 in my Bonavide account. Now, wow, Neil, that's quite the comeback. Yeah, everything. Thanks, Danny. Yeah, everything's going good on my end. Broke ground on the house on last Friday, and man, those guys are no joke. I think they're pouring the walls today. So these foundation guys, they don't mess around. All right, do I try another long down around here? How's your bracket so far? I did not fill out any brackets. I was $100 away from daily loss. Wow. That's a nice little groove you seem to have found yourself in. What should we keep in mind before entering futures? To enter futures through a prop firm. Do not enter futures with your own funds because futures are no joke and they will rip your face off. So a prop firm is a good face ripper consequence reducer. NASDAQ or ES, what's best to trade? That's personal preference. I like the NQ, but that doesn't mean that that's the right answer for you. That is totally personal preference. So give them both a spin. See what you think. Yeah, again, a short right there could be interesting, but then I look over at the 5 minute and it's just, if anything, a bounce seems like it might be coming. 2 hammer candles in a row now on the 5 minute. Correct. I would agree with that. If you can't do a prop firm, don't trade futures. Is micro gold good? Well, I don't know how you define good. It could be good, but I don't know your strategy. I don't know anything about, I don't know your style. I know nothing about you. So I have no idea if gold is good or if micro gold is good for you. Literally an impossible question for me or anyone to understand without knowing anything at all about your personal risk tolerance, your strategy, all that sort of stuff. So the best I have for you is it could be, but I don't know. Oh boy. I think I might do it. Okay, I better do it. Do I do the short or do I not do the short? Again, but Jason, the point is you're not in the position to say that. Because you know not, and I guess I don't know that for sure. Maybe this guy's like your buddy, your brother, and you know him. You know his risk tolerance. You know his strategy. You know his style. But if that's not the case, then you have no idea how he defined what would be good for him. I'm learning. Oh my goodness. Okay, well there. Okay, run away from those 3 letters. Good grief. He's already suckered in the cult. Already suckered into the cult. It's a shame. Okay, Jason, I'm not quite sure you're understanding what I'm saying. Good is a very, very subjective term in futures. What I've said this before, I'll say it again. One trader's turd could be another trader's gold bar, depending on them, their strategy, what they're trying to do. So I do fully agree. For some futures traders, I bet micro gold is fantastic for them and their strategy and their risk tolerance, all that sort of stuff. My point is that's not a universal statement, though. Hey, thank you, Carson. I appreciate that. Code Clay, fed some hungry kids. No, in general, it depends because everybody's different. Risk management is good. Like that is a statement that is true. Like yes, generally speaking, risk management is good. Now how you're going to do the risk management, that's where you get in the weeds. But no. What you trade is generally speaking, yeah, you can't say, okay, well, let me take a step back. If you're comparing that to like pork bellies, sure. Generally speaking, gold is going to be better to trade than pork bellies or orange juice or something like that. This thing seems stuck, and I mean, I would agree with that assessment. We are kind of stuck in a range. Hey, Arch, why don't you just go ask? You better go ask your mentor. So as of right now, I'm glad I have not putzed around with trying to short this trend line, just because, like I said, it is happening within this sideways channel. So I'm having trust issues with the trend line. Agreed. I would get on board with that, Jason. Yep, I'd get on board with that statement. Yeah, I'm going to just get rid of this line. I don't think it's... Oh, my goodness. We are just stuck. Short again. Okay, well, where's your stop at? Arik, you've got to give us a stop loss too. You can't just say short again. What does that mean? Where are you short and where's your stop? You are in choppy market right now. Dude, I love how one minute some guys like, hey man, I'm just here learning. They're asking all these questions and all of a sudden they're like, hey man, it's crazy. It's crazy how, man, that quick. I'm getting short here. Okay, short. Put my first target down there. This is like I said, this is either going to reject off of this little miniature range or it's not. And if it doesn't, it'll be a losing trade. Said it's either going to reject off this range that it's rejected off several times before or it's not. Do I add more down here at this point is the question. That's the question. Go all in. Okay, Jose. I'll do it just because you told me to. Good idea. I really do think that's the holy grail to trading strategies. You just hop on a live stream and then you just listen to random strangers and you go all in when they tell you to. I think that's the trick. Come on. Come down here. Looking great now. Can I get... Oh my... I can't ask for a better candle. I cannot ask for a better candle. Will it deliver though? If it gets close to that target, I'll once again move my stop to... I had the scalpy scalp, but I wanted more. Clay's Live Stream Learning Center became... Yeah, no kidding. Exactly. Well, disappointed by this move. Well, then again, it's just welcome to the chop. I am wondering if I want to add, though, if it comes back down. I think I do. Nope, never mind. Stopped out. All right. Okay. They said trading the range was so easy. I took the top of the range. Why did I just get stopped out? I thought it was easy. Wow, from a beautiful candle to whoosh, that's rough. One at 347. Well, it didn't even hit 347. How did you get long at 347? It didn't even hit there. All time. Okay, sounds good, Jose. Okay, so Jose is our newest person with the inability to self-validate. $1.5 from getting fills. Yeah, that's never fun. Oh, you got filled over here. I'm sorry. I thought you meant like on this move down, you were fading me. Like, no, Clay's short, I'm getting long right here. But you were already long. Will we get a house tour once you're completed? I don't know. Probably not. I'm not sure how many people actually care. Well, hey, somebody. That's news. That's news. That's news. That's news. I'm guessing oil's coming down. Yep, there's oil down. So this is definitely a news candle. Obviously, with the chart, we know exactly when news and what the market thinks about. So as of now, the market likes whatever this news is. Now, does it continue to like it? Well, that remains the case. But we definitely, somebody said something, and whatever was said, the market is apparently liking it so far. Okay, Jose, around here, the way you're talking, I mean, you kind of look like a clown. Around here, we have a lot of people that understand there's no guarantees in the market. So when you speak as if you know something will happen, it's just not a good look. Like, I don't know, maybe in other chats where you're around a bunch of newbies that don't understand there's no guarantees, that sort of stuff makes you look smart. But here, it's having the opposite effect, brother. You don't see anything? Well, I would be shocked if there was nothing that came out with that. Yeah, shorts did not do very good. Show us the momentum. I don't know. I don't know. This is just. Well, again, we have to remember that yesterday's after-hour news, the market went boom, and there was nothing out there until like after the fact. So that's still a possibility here. Is maybe somebody knows something and it hasn't even hit the news waves yet. Who's getting into a trade above 420s? Are they insane? I mean, I don't know. If it goes up here at 480, they're going to be saying the inverse. Whoever was not getting into a trade up here are insane. I don't know. Maybe the news hasn't come out yet. CNBC, Iran rejects ceasefire offer. I would think that would cause the market to go down. I don't know. I don't know if that was it or not. This just hit, but we heard this before. U.S. working to arrange iron talks. I came to get yelled at. Well, I mean, if you came to get yelled at, then I'll put you in timeout right now because I'm not looking to have to yell at people. Clay, this is all in your head. Snap out of it. What's all in my head? So did the Vance news just hit the wire? Or is that old news? I agree. We can't make guarantees. A country can press the red button. Yeah, I mean, if there's ever a place where there's not any guarantees, it would be the financial markets. I'm wondering if I want to try a long here. Got the move up. Starting to get basically a bull flag here. But I'm not totally convinced yet. Trapping longs, good to short. Oh, brother. Okay. Who's trapping longs? Marky the market maker? Is he hanging out with his market maker friends right now? I swear. Oh, you're that type of trader? That would make sense and why you believe in people getting trapped and blah blah blah. Oh, it's so sad. Really sad. Can you trust Bear? Yeah, I think so. I've been so looking at buildings gonna be. Yeah, nice. There's always a guarantee that you'll lose money. Um. Well, I think what I would, my one tweak would be you'll eventually lose money. But no, if you act overly smart, you can still make money. That's what makes trading hard, though, right? Because you could do the dumbest thing ever and you could make money. But that's why it's hard, because now that person just built a bad habit. So they think they know what they're doing, but then yes, to your point, the market will eventually get that money back. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure high-minded is just a troll. Probably have been here before. Trapping longs. Good to short. Oh, okay. Interesting. I didn't realize it was good to short in environments where you have these big green candles. If anything, this move down here suckered in people like high-minded, and then they just got cooked. This is a very key area. We have not only the pink line, the 200 period moving average, but we have these highs from right there too. So if the price can push up through there, if you are short, hopefully you have a stop loss. Sarcastic. No, I've never been sarcastic ever. What is sarcasm? Okay, high-minded, just stop. I don't know where you came from, but maybe slow it down, brother. Then again, he did claim that he's high, so he's definitely, yeah. Wow. The shorts are getting trapped. Or I'm sorry, the longs are getting trapped. Now's the time to go short. Okay. Okay. I meant the yelling as sarcasm. Didn't mean to misjudge. Okay. Sounds good, brother. Who's that guy that's still alive? Oh, okay. I don't know. How do we deal with that? Somebody shows up, acts like a total clown, is proven wrong, and then they use the "oh, I'm just kidding" card. Because we all full well know, had that actually gone down, he'd be saying "I told you so." So I don't know, mods. How do we deal with that? What should we do with high-minded? I mean, I don't want to ban the guy, but probably a time. I don't know. It's hard. I don't really like that when they're proven wrong and look like a total clown. I'm like, well, I was just kidding. When we all know, had it worked out, he'd be saying "I told you so." It's a prank if you're caught stealing, right? Yeah, exactly. Gaslighting and gas is too expensive to bandit about. Mitmon, he is a ruthless approach. If you use code. Y'all are taking that. Well, yeah. We take that serious because there's already enough chats. So here's a little business lesson, high-minded. I know you're high right now, so I guess I'm the idiot for talking about somebody that's high out of their mind. But one interesting way to potentially grow a business or grow, in a sense, the live stream is a business on my end. One way to grow it is to try to make yourself different. And one point that I want to make myself different is I don't want a bunch of, dudes that still live in their mom's basement and think it's fun to run around and just flap their lips and say random stuff. My business thesis is that is annoying. So if we weed people like you out, then yeah, I don't know, maybe the live stream doesn't grow as fast, but I think it will create an environment that people are appreciative of. So yeah, I mean, if you're just a lip flapper, I mean, and if you need advice on why you may be getting a hair under your armpit, just let me know. I'd be happy to walk you through how your body's changing. But yeah, that's I find that I'm trying to build a live stream that finds that just obnoxious, because there's plenty of other live streams where you can go and they just let you flap your lips. Just shared. Okay, so now it's an opinion. You were at first it was a joke, and now it's an opinion. Woo! Man, dude, lighten up. That's my point. That's my point. If you think that I'm too uptight about this, that proves my point. I'm trying to build an environment where people like you are turned off and then you leave. Plenty of other places where the pre-puberty folk can hang out. Well, then why'd you say you were just joking? Okay, hey, Brave and Heart, stop bringing up other people's names. That's like the fourth time you brought up somebody else's name. Just not that those other people are wrong. I'm just saying, or bad. I'm just saying I don't know who the vast majority of people are. So I don't want my chat to serve as a funnel to funnel people to know to where. Oh, yeah. See, high-minded. Those lies. See, that's the problem with logic. When you're trying to hop all over the place, you create contradictions for yourself. I wonder if that was Mantool's nephew. Do you think that was Mantool's nephew? That's my working theory. That was Mantool's nephew. Is there an under 20-day trading? Is there any under-day trade? I don't know. And if there are, they cannot be spoken about here because that would be a rule violation. Man, Tool. I miss that dude. I hope he comes back. I think that was Mantool's nephew, though. Maybe it was his son. All right, I'm interested in a long if it wants to pull back to this VWAP area. Seem to be trying to build out a little bit of a pennant here. And the last couple times, both there and there, the price came down to VWAP. It did hold. We'll see if we can get another hold here. Although with my track record of buying pullbacks, this thing's probably about to dump. So yeah, maybe this is the short. If you want to fade and get short there, I don't blame you one bit. Zero offense will be taken. Zero offense will be taken. Come on, VWAP, hold again. Oh, I don't know, maybe. All right, Zach's getting along with me. Let's go. Come back down. Come back down. The green line turns blue, I'm in. So right now, just trying to get in. No. Don't do this. Don't do this, brother. Okay, here we go, maybe. Maybe kind of, sort of. You got to be kidding me. All right, at this point, it seems like if I get filled, it's going to be right when it, like, breaks down through a little bit. So I'm going to adjust my order down slightly. I don't like how it was, like, putzing around right above my order and just, like, dangling the carrot in front of my eye. Oh, come on. Even that move down still wouldn't have filled me, but... Or do you wait for the... Do you play the... Whoop, that was not the greatest of tread lines. Let's try that again. Or do you try to play the breakout right there? So bull flag. You could probably start it from down there, too, if you wanted to. A couple different ways you could look at a bull flag, but... I don't know. At this point, I think I have to go down to the 21 EMA. Because if it breaks the VWAP, I could see maybe like a little miniature dump here. Okay. There's the break. But I would not consider that a dump at all. No, that's the exact opposite of what I was thinking would happen. So as of right now, I've read this one very poorly. Don't short. Well, I'm trying to go long down there. So, yeah. Yeah, this is awkward. This is awkward. Who wants to tell them? This is too awkward for me. Is anybody going to tell him or no? Come on. I mean, it's too awkward for me. When I pass, do I start at 50K again or keep? No, you start back where you were, CJ. I think I got to try up here again now. Long. If it comes back down. Now, if it pops up and then comes down, I'm no longer interested there. No, don't. It's got to stay below here. If it breaks out and comes back down, like I said, I'll no longer be interested. So the pink line there, that 200 period simple moving average, very, I mean, that is a resistance of resistances right there. How about you give us a trade plan? K29ZO. I'm a little skeptical of things when I have a long order out there and you're like, don't short. What is your trade plan right now? Can you give us those three numbers, brother? I use gamma. Oh, yeah, you're one of those people way smarter than me. Yeah, and I'm asking you just as genuinely. What is your trade plan? Can you give us that? That'll help us see what you may be seeing. Like if you can't see why I would be interested in getting along at that green line, I'm not quite sure what to tell you. That doesn't mean that's going to work, but like I mean, I wouldn't call this exactly a complicated trade plan or thought process here. All right, Adrian. It just continues to putz around. I'm trying to get long at the green line, but I'm also trying to be patient. You're short at 444? Or you're trying to get short at 444? You started the YouTube channel in 2013. Okay, here we go, maybe. Dude, come on. All right, I'm going down to the 21 EMA now. Does it make sense to trade such a small range? Well, I don't know. That would depend on your strategy, Mark. So I have to throw that back in your court. Does your personal strategy, Mark Crow, say that it makes sense to trade in such a small range? Only you can answer that question because only you know your strategy and its rules. Abdul, where's your stop at? Okay, long here, maybe? Maybe? Dude, come on. I'm coming down here now. All right, have a good one, Dance. I never do bad. Okay, yeah. Well then, good, Mark. I'm glad you know that within your strategy it makes no sense to trade small ranges. Fair enough. Bye-byes? That was intense. I don't know if I've ever had anybody say goodbye to me in such an intense way. Bye-byes? I think that means bye-byes. I don't know. Pure intensity. All right, see you later, change. Well, I no longer have a trade out there because this thing is not cooperating with me. I'm trying, but she ain't cooperating. Your stop 10 point every time. Why you always make it difficult? Okay. It's amazing how the Dunning-Kruger effects lead people to leads newbies to reveal their newbies when they don't actually tell anybody that they're newbies. I thought it was Boeing bias. Boeing bias. Are you referring to when I only traded Boeing like 8 years ago? What you trading, bro? Trading futures, specifically MNQ futures right now. Let me just rain on your parade. If you think, hey man, I'm going to trade futures and my stop's always going to be 10 points. No, sorry. Trading is not rocket science, but it's going to need to be a little bit more than that. All right, have a good one, Mark. How's the volume looking? Fine by me. All right, if it comes down here and hits the green line, I'll try a long right here. That VWAP there is a little annoying. Is that going to be like some sort of resistance? We'll see. All right, glad you're learning, front. All right, hit it. All right, at this point, I'm going to go for a long down at that green line. So long at or trying to get long at the green line if it wants to drop down there. All right. Choices. Or do I just try the purple line? No, I'm going to leave it there. Oof, I went it long blind. Well, it's not a blind long, Brad. It is not a blind long. If you don't see the reason of why it's there, then I'm not sure what to tell you. Okay. I do like that, though. Seeing that dynamic, I'm going to actually go down to that area, right? Yeah. I like that. No, don't. Well, you can flush it, Sub-Zero, just to here. Flush it to here so Sub-Zero makes some money, and then bounce it from there so I can make some money. Well, Brad, you know what? You do you, brother. I'm going to trade what I got going on. I appreciate the thoughts. Okay, mods, can somebody give Abdul a timeout? I'm pretty sure he's a troll under another name, but I don't know for sure, so we won't ban him yet. But I'll leave your discretion to how long we want to put him in timeout. All right, maybe along at the green line here. Trying to be patient. I like the 50. Haven't I answered this? I like the 150K and the 50K. Green line is 50 SMA. No, green line is the 21 EMA. I am already long. Well, where's your stop at? All right, thank you, Daniel. Hey, thank you, Deepak. I appreciate that. Swinging by to say hello and give a like. I'll never turn that down. Appreciate it. All right, well, I don't like this entry now because if I'm able to get long here, that means this whole green candle has failed. And I'm not looking to buy after a failed green candle. Crack some chestnuts. I'm still waiting for your trade plan, K29. I love how people hit me up with all these questions, and then I'm like, well, could you give a trade plan? And then it's just like nothingness. Thanks for talking through the market. Helps organize it. Well, you're welcome, Boston. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. So yes, you are welcome. Well, is this the short? I mean, it's rejected. Well, here are like some fake breakouts, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's number 9. So do we get another rejection? I don't know. This move back up here is kind of look at high-minded. Oh, you can't make this stuff up. Oh my goodness. Oh, good grief. Shows up, looks like a clown, gets called out. Chill, guys. It was just a joke. Gets called out for, well, then why did you say it was an opinion? Geez, lighten up. And now he shows, oh my, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, tell me you still live in your mom's basement without telling me you live in your mom's basement. Holy smokes. Some people make it way too obvious. I feel bad for the guy. He's clearly, if he doesn't live in his mom's basement, he's working at some dead-end job. He wants acknowledgement from his boss. He's not getting it, so now he's here trying to get acknowledgement from us. So that's why he sets up the premise of something where we can then say, hey man, great call. But then he set up the premise that made it wrong, and then he had to bail out of that by saying it was just a joke. I mean, some people, I actually feel bad for the guy. What up, Mafia Bull? Oh, that's a cool name. Mafia Bull. I like it. And right now he's probably typing up a big rebuttal, because he cares that much about, I don't know, man. It's always fun when people say bye and then they're back, right? Because he could come back and say, I told you so, he came back. But we all full well know after saying bye, if whatever he was saying had not worked out, he would not be back, right? So, I mean, it just, the sadness compounds upon itself. It's like compounding wealth, but it's like reverse, like just compounding awkwardness. Like the awkwardness and the revealing, it just gets worse and worse. Oh, yes, thank you. Okay, very, very, thank you, Benjamin. Very important here. 1 p.m., there is a note auction. So what gets tricky about all this, though, is that usually at 1 p.m., nothing crazy happens because the auction first has to take place. But because I'm assuming it's all electronic, it only takes a couple minutes. So yesterday at 1:02 p.m., there was a nasty red candle because that bond auction did not do well. But what's also tricky about all this is the market doesn't necessarily always care about the bond auctions. So, yeah. That is so. In other words, if I were to take a trade now, I need to be it needs to be a very quick one. No, not even the 105 candle. Yesterday it was 102, which has kind of been the I think I don't have a massive data set on this, but it seems though 102 is kind of when it generally happens. Can you share your EMAs? Oh, my feelings are hurt when everybody just assumes it's EMAs. Listen closely, please. This is the 50 SMA. That is the 21 EMA. That is the VWAP. And up here is the 200 SMA. Thank you, Tim. Yes, good job, everybody. Good job, everybody. I totally forgot, too. Totally forgot. So thank you, Benjamin. Thank you, Tim. So it's tricky on kind of 3 levels. First, does anything happen at 1 p.m.? Next, okay, if something is going to happen, when does it happen? Will it be 102 or somebody else said 105? Or then 3, I mean, maybe the market doesn't care at all, so then nothing happens. So in other words, there's kind of a lot of unknowns coming our way here. How often do they have these auctions? More often than what I realized until the market started to care about them. Before, the United States went in all these massive debts and blah, blah, blah. The market kind of shrugged this stuff off, but because now debt's becoming more and more of a problem, the market now cares more and more about these bond auctions. That pink line, that's not purple. That pink line is the 200 SMA. Is that Eastern time? Yes, we always talk Eastern time in here. Hey, Lexit. All right, less than 1 minute. I'm not expecting anything to happen at 1. I'm gonna go team 102. I'm saying at 102 we might see some juicy action. Abdul, you never give us trade plans. You just yap. We need to hear a trade plan. I define a trade plan as 3 numbers: an entry point, a stop loss, and a target. If you can't do those, then for you, that is definitely just you yapping. And you yapping is getting annoying, hence the timeout. All right, 1 o'clock, nothing happening, but per my premise, 102. Well, the thing here, Sean, is, like I said, for the most part, the market doesn't care about the bond auctions, but just because of just the recent economic stuff, they tend to care more about it. So, but sometimes, I don't know. Today, I think today's a 5-year, so I don't know. Maybe the market doesn't care too much about the 5-year. I think yesterday was the 2-year. But I did see some headlines yesterday about how the 2-year auction did very poorly, and I mean that had to have been, why we were looking at that big red candle yesterday at 102. Okay, I'm nervous. Please don't make me, let's see if 102, if anything spicy happens. Do you think level 2 data is needed for micro scalps? Yeah, I could see it. I could see it could be, yeah. Some people love the DOM over here. They absolutely love it. That's not necessarily me, but yeah, I could see. Now, is it needed? No, it's not needed per the premise of the question. But, I could see some people saying that it's maybe for them needed. All right, is it almost 102? I don't know. Is this shaping up for a big boom to the upside here on the results of the auction? Okay, anytime, 102. Okay, it's 102. Hey, there it is. 102. All right, we're on to something, folks. 102. Okay, so moving forward. We just need to be aware of these bond auctions and just be aware of 102. Again, I cannot say this for certain, but at 1 o'clock is when the auction takes place. And then we get the results at 102 because, the auction first needs to take place. But it's such a tricky thing to remember because obviously it's not like the Fed. When the Fed announces, everybody's talking about that. And again, it's not like we were expecting Fed-like results. It's just one of those things where if you're in this and you're long, you could get totally freaked out and you get stopped out and then it kind of goes right back to where it was. So it's more so just, but although yesterday's were the big, solid, nasty red candle. Having problems getting filled too, Cam? Yeah, it's been a little tricky out there. I think I have to try. At least take a swing at it. If this thing actually does break up through here, I've got to at least try a buy. If I get stuck, then so be it. But this seems to be such a just clear-cut level now that I'm at least going to take a swing at it if it gets up there for a long. I want it to clear through all this congestion, though. So whether or not it goes up there, I don't know. But look at the time. Yeah, so it seems like the market's kind of, it cared for a moment in a bad way as the price came down, but as of now, it's kind of just seemingly not caring a whole lot. All right, well, given that that's not even close, I'll cancel that out for now. If we recover back up, though, I am going to take a swing at it from the long side if we can get a breakout through that area. I'm a little tempted for a long right here, potentially, up off of that area. basically the bottom of the range here, the 50% moving average. So if it wants to come up to that green line and hit me, maybe get a bounce back up a bit. All right, Kimberly, the fake. Can somebody just ban mods? We know that she. Well, that's not her. That's just a fake picture. So ban away. All right, I am in. I'm long. Let's see if we can get the move up here. Do I want to add a little bit more right here? It's risky if it flushes. All right, I got to get out of that one. Well, I try to play the bottom of this range, and it's no longer the bottom of the range. This was a former breakout point, so kind of former area of resistance right here. But nope. So, interested on gold. Not quite there yet on gold. But we have this pivot point where it's coming potentially within striking distance. And yeah, as of now, that pivot point had some history right there. And then right there, basically 2 bounces right off of it. So yeah, on gold, very, very interesting spot there with that pivot point. Again, not quite there yet, but it's within striking distance. Is that a short now? Oh, you dirty rat. Oh, well. No. Day trading crypto doesn't make any sense. Day trading futures through a prop firm, mathematically provable, by far the most efficient way to go about day trading. Does not make any sense to day trade stocks or day trade options or day trade forex or day trade crypto when you have something as beautiful as day trading futures through a prop firm. All right. Man, good old hindsight. All right, have a good one, BMR. Take care. Hey, can we get 8 more likes? At least push us up to 200. I have totally forgotten today to offer up the reminders, so that is totally okay. But yeah, if you are enjoying this in any way, shape, or form, if you don't mind hitting that like button, it does help. It makes a big difference. So if you could do that, that would be fantastic. Took the long scalpy scalp, but I'm not getting any bangers. Yeah, today is kind of a... Let me put it this way. I'm not surprised by that, Cody. My hindsight trading is 100%. I know. My hindsight trading account has a lot of money in it. Problem is, whenever I try to, request the money to my bank account, it's always denied. On day 2, good job. Just need to keep above water. Well, how much are you above it, Jason? Good evening. Where are you at? Where it's evening right now? Buy or sell? I mean, I don't know. I've been waiting for you to tell me if it's a buy or sell. We've been waiting this whole time for you to show up. I hit profit for my day on my val. Yeah, just go lose 34. Just go lose that real quick. Throw in 1 MNQ and then just click the buy sell button as fast as you can. Let the commissions erode away. Oh, you're in the UK. Gotcha. Trump's going to be talking. All right, see you later, AJ. Yeah. So over the next, first off, good job, Jason. So the next 3 days, just do 1 MNQ, buy, sell real quick. You'll make a couple bucks, lose a couple bucks, and there you go. That's your trade for the day. It keeps me wonder why Would people need YouTube or discount code when they are making money on the prop firm? A fair question, Spy Legendary. So I would encourage you to go study wealthy people. Because again, I'm not that smart. So because I'm stupid, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go study what other people have done. And then I'm going to just try to do what they've done. So again, I'm not saying this is a good idea, but in my mind, it makes sense to study wealthy people because they're wealthy. So in my studying of wealthy people, what I've discovered, and you don't have to take my word for it, you can go study it yourself, but what I've studied about wealthy people is they all have multiple streams of income. So I'm just trying to mimic what wealthy people do by creating multiple streams of income. So yeah, that's why. That's why. Again, you don't have to take my word for it. You can go, there's, with the internet and with libraries, there's plenty of information out there about, but I'll spoil it for you. One common theme you'll see about wealthy people is they have many streams of income. So I'd encourage you to do the same, Spy Legendary. Don't pigeon yourself into one stream of income because that's kind of, that's risky. Trump is live? All right. I don't know. Can somebody look at Just the Truck Driver? Maybe help him out. I'm not sure because I don't do a lot of copy trading there. Working on this being my third stream. Fantastic. All eggs in one basket. If one bag fails, make more. Yeah, I mean, diversification applies to many things. So let me ask you this, Spy Legendary. Why do you only want like one stream of income? Why not aim for multiple streams of income? Spy Legendary. I would argue you're cutting yourself short. I have several streams of income with. Well, I mean, I guess if you're trading them all separately, that is a way to look at it in a roundabout way. But who knows? Maybe I am open to the idea that it is very stupid on my part to go study wealthy people and then try to see what I can learn about them when I study them. Maybe that's a dumb idea. Maybe I should go and study crackheads under a bridge. Maybe that would be a better way. I got distracted for a couple minutes. What happened? I don't know. You are presuming that I know at what point you got distracted. I don't know, brother. So Trump is not talking? Are we winning? Well, I'm not doing anything right now. If I was in a trade, one of these numbers would be moving around. Overall, yes. Overall, on the account, I am winning. But, like, in the sense of am I in a current trade? No. Oh, my God. Why? Well, okay, let me be fair to that person. No, I'm not in a cult, K29. I'm not in a cult, so no. I mean, I had you asked, do I use that for toilet paper? My answer would have been yes. I use that for toilet paper. Well, yeah, Jason, but even on that, right? You can learn from a crackhead living under a bridge. You would just say, tell me your life story. And I think your conclusions would be just do the opposite of a lot of what they're probably telling you. So even a homeless crackhead offers you value. If you look at it from the point of view of, okay, whatever this dude tells me, I'm just going to do the opposite of, and I should be okay. Why is he so mad? Because my muscles are too big. That's why, boy. Because when you look like this, everybody wants you. That's why. Shah Majid, he goes like this and his arm goes like that. He clenches and his arm goes like that. Hey Shah Majaj, when you get that first hair that pops out of your armpit, you come to me. I'll explain what's going on, okay? It'll probably hit you in about 4 or 5 years. But when that happens, brother, you come to me. I'll explain what's going on, okay? You just let me know. The market doesn't care. The market. Well, hey, S4, I'd be lying if I told you I remember that exact episode, but hopefully you can give me a little bit of grace considering there's been hundreds and hundreds of those episodes. But cool. Always good to have somebody here that was part of the podcast. First person to call is you. Good. I appreciate that. I'll be happy to share it with you. Where they interview people who live on the streets. Okay, Spy Legendary. Dude. I just explained the answer to you. Yeah, I don't know. I'll say best. Thank you, Spy Legendary. If you think that business model makes sense, then go with that. But you're talking about that would be better. Their time would be better spent trading. Well, but here's the cool thing about what I'm doing with other forms of income. I am making money when I'm not sitting here looking at the computer pressing buttons, right? So like what I'm doing gives me the opportunity to make time or make money while I sleep. You can't make money while you sleep if per your model, you should just be trading. Trade. Why? Why not trade, but then also make money while you sleep? So again, Spy Legendary, you're pigeonholing yourself into a weird spot, brother. But again, I could be stupid. I'm not saying that I have it all figured out. All I'm saying, and I'm open to the idea, that me going and studying wealthy people, noticing that wealthy people have multiple streams of income, so therefore trying to create multiple streams of income, some which are passive income, that all is, I'm not saying that that is the answer. I'm just saying that's what makes sense to me. But I am a baboon. Spy Legendary. Irrelevant. And listen, I make 1,000,000 times more. I get it, but what you're now coming across as angry and bitter and jealous, Spy Legendary. That's what you're coming across of. You're coming across as very self-entitled. This is what you're doing, Spy Legendary. Okay, let me set up an example here. We have Dan the doctor and then Tom. Dan the doctor has studied wealthy people, and he's like, I noticed they have many streams of income. So Dan the doctor starts a lawn service. He goes and knocks on Bob's door. I think I changed names, but he knocks on Bob's door. He's like, hey, Bob, would you like me to mow your lawn for you? I have a lawn care business. I'll do that. And then Bob says, wait a second. You're a doctor. If you were such a good doctor and you were making all that money as a doctor, get out there and mow my lawn for free. What are you doing? I would submit to you that one of those people is a very, very greedy, self-entitled savage, right? And that's what you're doing here. If you're so good, why don't you just teach me for free? Why don't you just make all your content for free? If you're such a good trader, that's you are Bob in that equation. That's not a good look. Get out there, Dan. You're a doctor. If you're such a good doctor, if you make so much money from doctoring, you should be mowing my lawn for free. Yeah, Dan the doctor is grinding. He's building multiple streams of income. But it's such a self-entitled attitude to use that logic. Oh, well, if you're so good and such with this, then you should be doing this for me for free. It's crazy. And that's Legendary, this guy. If you're so good at XYZ, you should be doing ABC for free because I want ABC. So I should be entitled to your time for ABC. It's just like, okay. You are that is the most self-entitled attitude you can have. In my opinion, why are you always critiquing everyone? Well, because, I mean, I'm not going to let just people use bad logic. Are you telling me, Tricky Trades, if somebody tries to tell you that 5 + 5 = 11, you're not going to critique their logic? I mean, maybe you're a pushover and you'll be like, okay. But I'm not, brother. I want to stimulate my mind like I stimulate these and these. I'll go get me a chicken breast and broccoli and creatine. I never said for free, but that's what you're presupposing. Why would you ever need to do this, or this if you're so good? It's a built-in presupposition, Spy Legendary. So stop being so self-entitled and expecting everybody to do everything for you for free, brother. Don't be a Bob. Be a Dan. Do I lift? Don't ask stupid. Does it look like a... Dude, I'll bench press you right now. If you want... I know that's the other thing, Bender. Thank you, Bender Bending. I mean, my YouTube channel has... I'm an old dude. I'm old. I've been around since 2013 on the YouTube channel. There's hundreds of hours of free content there anyways. And then we have these dents show up that are so blinded by their bitterness of who knows what. If you're so good, why don't you owe me everything for... It's just like, don't be a Bob. Be a Dan, everybody. Be a Dan. How did you know my name is Bob? Because you have a Bob-like attitude. I know, but you also need to be humble and appreciate your audience. Well, I do appreciate them. That's why I don't let them just use bad logic. Are you one of these people that defines love as, hey, just love everybody? If somebody tells you that they identify as a block, then you should just say, oh, because I love you, I'm just going to let you say that you're a block. Are you going to try to help that person out? I think we had different definitions of appreciation. I argue appreciation is just pushing back against bad logic. This is a great conversation because the market's sure not doing anything. We're just chop, 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 chop. So, man, some of these people are giving me plenty of reasons to flex these. Oh, my goodness. Where's a chicken breast and broccoli? Yeah, go do it, Spy Legendary. Go do your own thing. And when the next Bob shows up and like, Spy Legendary, if you're so good, why do you gotta have a stream? Why do you gotta do this? Why you gotta do that? Do this, you should be doing all this for free. Turn off those ads. Even though you're streaming 4 hours, turn off those ads. Don't have a code, Spy Legendary. If you're so good, come here out of the charity of your heart. You owe it to me. Now you have an answer for those people. You can tell them, I was on a live stream once, and this guy who looked like a Greek god. In fact, I always thought it was Greek mythology because there was no truth, hence the mythology. But I'm now a believer in Greek gods because there was a Greek god who told me to create multiple streams of income. Nate. Yeah. I started, no, 2006 is when I got into the markets. But as far as starting this YouTube channel was 2013. Yeah, there you go, Spy Legendary. Now you're not being a dented baboon. Go create some multiple streams of income. Here's a hint, buddy. Get ready to grind. It's gonna be painful when you're sitting there live streaming for 4 hours to maybe 3 people. But hey, man, keep at it. And hopefully the YouTube algorithm starts to spit you out there to more people. But be ready to live stream to like maybe yourself for hours on end when you first get started. Were you at one of the big banks? I am the bank. What's that movie quote when he's like, I am the one that knocks in the night. What is that from? It's a great quote. What's that from though? I am the one that knocks. Is that a Batman quote? Okay, that's going to bother me if nobody knows it. Or Matrix? I am the one who knocks quote. What is that? Oh, yeah, Breaking Bad. I am the one who knocks. Breaking Bad. Season 4, episode 6. Okay. There we go. Oh, a lot of you already knew that. Okay. We are the ones that not... Okay, I would not have heard it. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Check Discord. This better be like something... Is it important? There it is right there, folks. Let's go. That's the truest thing I've seen all day. I have not, no. Will you help once I have my stream up? I will come. No. I'm gonna try to crush you because you're my competition. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna try to. But no, probably not. Probably not. I already got enough going on. Brother, I got. Believe it or not, in my real life, I got 6 kids, so I already got enough that I'm doing. So yeah, trying to help somebody else grow their live stream is probably not going to be within my my cards. All right, maybe along here. He's trolling, trolling. Or is this a fake breakout here? All right, I'm going to try a short. Maybe fake breakout here of the VWAP. 6 kids. All okay, Baluda, are you, who are you, dude? What kind of weirdo are you? I want to see you do something good for your people. Sounds to me like you just are a freeloader. That's what that sounds like, Tricky Trades. Wait, let's check the profile. When did this guy? Let's see. Oh, look at that. All right, open season on Tricky Trades. Just created his name today. So he's been here before. Open season mods on Tricky Trades. Ban him. Ban him. Who got him? Greg got him. Good job, Greg. Well, we are approaching the pink line here, which has been a resistance about 4 million times. There. Does it happen? All right. The time I do is probably the time it blasts through. Let's see. No, go back up there, though. How do you know when it is a fake breakout? You don't. That is why trading's hard. I mean, you'll eventually know because, like, you'll feel it in your walnuts. But, like, until then, yeah. Welcome to why trading's hard. All right, I'm short. Is this going to be the time where it busts through? Because I get short here. It's rejected. Oh, you got to be. Come on. All right, it could be a fake break, though. So I don't want to panic out too quickly. I'll take that little scoop. Another fake break, brother. Which indicator you use? I mean, I use lots of indicators. My main indicator, I would say, are candlesticks. All right, I am now wondering, though, because I was talking about earlier trying to long. Is this now going to be where I try the long here? I think so. If this comes back up here, I'm going to go for it. Going for the long at the green line. Where will you feel it if you are a female? The coconuts. No, my main indicators are my loins. I got to feel things in my loins. Listen to your loins. Are you a female investing for a living? I wonder how many... I would ask how many of you are females, but I mean, half of you are going to be teenage boys that are lying. So there's really no point in asking because it's not going to be a reliable statistic. Again, I'm trying to long here if it wants to come back up through there. Should we short since we're at the supply zone? I don't know. What is your narrow way? I'm going to throw the question back in your, you would know your strategy better than I ever could. So all I'm going to say to you is, well, I don't know. What does your strategy say you should do? Is your strategy saying that you should be shorting right now? I identify as a Toyota Tundra. Well, because I love you, I'm going to tell you, you are not a Toyota Tundra. You are apparently a Bob Black Sheep. Oh man, that a boy. You're eating a chicken breast right now, aren't you? You're not even drinking creatine. You're just sniffing that powder right now, aren't you? All right, never mind on that. Man, another fake. That 200 period something moving average doing work today. All right, I'm going to try a long here, though. And yeah, I know Trump's supposed to be speaking, but I know I have at least another 45 minutes because there's no way he's not at least 45 minutes late. Okay, if that green line turns blue, I'm in. Trying a long here. I identify, because you are, Jim, I saw Jim on Sunday. I gave him a hug. This is all a true story. For a moment, when I closed my eyes, I thought I was hugging a marshmallow. So Jim, I mean, the dude is a walking marshmallow right now, but he says he's going to get his life under control. And I know I exaggerate a lot, but that's actually a true story. I saw him on Sunday. I gave him a hug, and I told him afterwards, dude, I think I thought I was hugging a marshmallow. It's crazy. So we all need to encourage Jim to get control of his life. Like Fight Club. I don't know. I mean, I think I've seen bits and pieces of Fight Club. This is probably going to rub some of you the wrong ways, but I remember when I saw it, it seemed boring because I didn't know what was going on. Well, I'm trying to get long at the green line, but I need it to bounce up, and right now it's not bouncing up, so I don't know, maybe right here instead? Okay, never mind. Okay, if this drops down a little bit, then comes back up, I'll try it again long. Yeah, come down some more. No, a little bit more, brother. A little bit more. That maybe, yeah, I like the 2 minute. I have other time frames over here on my other monitor, but yeah, I like the 2 minute. All right, I think, yeah. All right, I'm going to try a long here if it wants to come back up. If that green line turns blue, I'll be in long. Okay, I'm in. Go, 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 go. I'll take that scoop. All right, somebody put SP, I don't know. Let's check this guy's name. I'm pretty sure he's just a troll that's been here before. Let's see. Somebody just give him a timeout. I'm pretty sure he's a troll, but we'll see. I mean, 10 XBY, 0 DT, yeah. I'm pretty sure he's just rage baiting. So time him out. That statement, you're eating a chicken breast right now, aren't you? Well, you know. Man, if that is a cumulative adding of the time, that dude just got banned. That guy put in time out for about the next 3 years. So now the question becomes, is this another short up here? I mean, this, again, the 200 period simple moving average. Rejection after rejection. Yeah, trading is harder than that. My thought is this, Blada. Stop being a lazy baboon and start hustling and grinding. You are living off in La La Land if you think that you're going to make a bunch of money by asking Grok to set you up a trade plan. If only it were that easy. Dear Grok, I'd like to make $100,000 today. Please tell me what I have to do in the futures market. Grok will come back and say, take some mortgages out, and then start praying and seeing what happens. Yeah, I might say go streaking. Who knows? Look at that. We got another fake breakout here? This is wild. I think Grok is the Twitter AI guy. Yeah, exactly, Benjamin. Through the quad into the, yeah. I remember that was such a popular movie back in, I remember seeing that one in Columbus, the good old days down in Columbus in college. All right, here we go. Do I try the long here? Is this finally going to be the moment, or is this where it, oh boy. Is this finally the, oh, look at oil, or not oil, gold real quick though. Real quick, 5-minute gold chart right here at the 20 or at the 200 period. Interesting dynamic there. You're my boy, Blue. Surge. Grok always tells me to buy instead of stop loss 3. Yeah, well, that must be right then. Hard to get stopped out when your stop loss is 300 points away. Like dust in the wind, all we are. I think I want to, I don't know. I'm either getting ready to get played like a fiddle, or this could be a good long-sided trade. I'm going to try it though. Long at the green line. Trump's not speaking yet, is he? Again, trying to get long at the green line, see if it can clear. I mean, this has been just such a congestion point for the past couple hours now. So can it clear through there? If so, does that create kind of some unleashing to the upside? I don't know. We'll see. He isn't yet? Okay. But he was supposed to at what time? 1:30? So he's only 6 minutes late. So yeah, we got plenty of time. Again, trying to get long at the green line if it wants to come up there. So trying to be patient. Seeing if it wants to get up that level and then get me long. I don't know. Do I try right there? But this might be stupid, but I'm going to try to anticipate a little bit by just going right there instead. I think if it can clear through here, I don't think this will put up much of a fight, but time will tell. Yeah, we were just looking at gold. Okay, here we go, maybe. I am close. Close. That green line turns blue, I'm in. No guts, no glory. What? Okay. Okay. About as close as I could be to getting in. Okay. Woo! Thank you, market. Thank you for not filling me, then dumping right on me there. Let's see if it wants to come back up. Maybe this is just a short little breath before the push up. Wow. Well, thank you, market. See? The market's not always out to get you, per se. All right, see you later, Southpaw. Dump it, please. Well, I'm sorry, Cam, but if I get filled here, I guess we were both going to hope each other gets cooked. Okay, here we go. Come on. I'm in. Let's go, brother. Let's go, brother. Oh, my goodness. That was not exactly awe-inspiring. Did it even break through that high right there? Nope. Didn't even break through this high yet. Uh-oh. Come on. There's got to be stops hiding up here. There's got to be stops hiding. Hit those. Trigger those stops. Trigger them. Spank them, Cletus. Spank them. All right, I'm getting too cocky. All right, there we go. Now it'll be a green trade. Spank them, Cletus. Spank those bears. Spank them, Cletus. My poor wife. Who did I marry? That's what's in her mind right now. Who did I marry? Spank them, Cletus. You spank those. Spank them. Spank them, Cletus. Spank those bears. Cook up, Cam. Saying it right to my face. Dump it. Yeah, cook up. Spank Cam. Spank Cam. Spank him good. Come on, keep breaking out. Again, it will be a green trade, but like I want to get paid, brother. Come on, this is a garbage. For as significant as that was, I mean, come on. And I'm going to go for some more now. Spank him, Cletus. Spank him. Spank him. Spank those bears. Get out your belt, Cletus. Spank him, Cletus. Spank him. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, this follow-through has been not... I mean, it's good. We're still in the game. But I was thinking it'd be a little bit more enthusiastic. I thought Cletus would have a little bit of a bigger belt for those bears. Come on, spank them. Come on. Again, this red line right here is my stop. Oh, hit! Spank him, Cletus. Spank him. Oh, Cletus, come on! Don't get. Oh, Cletus, that was mean. What? Dude, Cletus, I was so excited for a minute. Spank him, Cletus. Spank him, dude. Okay, yeah, somebody. Yeah, okay, this is really dancing now. Spank him. This candle is not having me feeling very good, but hey, we'll see what happens. Spank him, Cletus. Spank him. That's the spanking point right there. If Cletus can spank the bears through there, I should be good. So much so that I'm going to go for a little bit more on that next one. Move this up some more too. But right now, looking like I'm about to get stopped. And I am stopped. Doggone it. Well, we tried, we were positioned, and just not anywhere close to what I thought could have been possible with that break. Are you stopped out, Cam? You didn't unleash the bear spray yet? Yeah, I can't, but how do I say that? Unleash the bear spray, Cleat. It's just spank him so much easier to say. You gotta be kidding me! No! You dirty rat! Well, Cam, I hope he had a stop loss in, because if not, code Clay, brother. Code Clay, all caps. You got... Oh, by the way, I don't laugh because I don't take this seriously. I laugh just because sometimes that's a coping mechanism with me. To just kind of laugh at the frustration so the frustration doesn't turn into tilt. So I laugh as a coping mechanism, not because I don't, not because I'm, yeah. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, that was it. Exactly, legs it. That was it. Man, did anybody stay long after I got stopped out? More, you can always just smash the computer. That's true. I could as a coping mechanism. I think I'm not saying this is sure. I'll have to do some math on it, but I think just laughing as a coping mechanism as opposed to smashing my computer might be more cost effective. You're short? Well, where did you get short? LD Trad, brother. I'm good, LD Trad. Thank you. I need $6 to pass an account. All right, you got it. You got it. You can do it. We got faith in you. They have a giant enter button pillow that connects via USB that you can smash. It's a short it. Okay. Oh, thank you for the great trade plan there, Viet. That's great. Okay. Short it. Cool. Cool. Okay, so now we wait to see what happens so he gets to see whether or not he can say I told you so. But I appreciate the well-detailed trade plan. Short it. Okay. So is the secretary still just speaking right now? Two cans with a string, pretty much. All right, see you later, LD Trad. Who knows who's speaking? I mean, technically, this still looks good from the long side, but yes, when there's a press briefing going on about like a war, yeah, some of the stuff can quickly change its attitude. Caroline talking about the ICE and the SAVE Act. Okay, I would not have thought that was going to be on the top of, or is this just a normal press briefing? Are we sure that Trump's even going to talk, or is this just because don't they do daily press briefings? Oh, so Trump's not even there. Okay. Trump to unleash hell if Iran doesn't accept defeat. Okay, yeah. He needs to stop saying that. Every day we're going to hit them harder than they've ever been hit. We're going to hit them harder. And it's just like, dude, okay, we get it. Oh, he isn't scheduled. Okay, so Trump's not scheduled to speak. Gotcha. Yeah, well, whatever it is, military, whatever we want to call it. I will say the 5-minute looks super interesting on the pullback. Look at this. We have the VWAP. We have the 21 EMA. We have the 50 SMA. All right here on, I don't know about, get ready. I know. Too bad High Minded's not here anymore. He'd find this great. Right here around 420. You see what I did there? I know, I'm clever. Like, I have those clever moments every now and then. Every now and then. Just don't get used to it. All right, Crypto King, good. All right, Sergio, I like this guy. He's giving trade plans. That's good stuff right there, folks. Yeah, I'll wait for it to pull back. I was thinking about maybe a long right here, but let's wait for it to come down to the 420-ish area. Hey, Clay, I feel for you. I was on eBay last night trying to lose money as I had burst. Okay, Clarky, next time you need to lose money, it's not that hard. Let me ask you this, Clarky. How much money did you need to lose? Okay, we're getting down. We're at the VWAP. Right. Oh, I missed it. Okay, fine. Oh, that's not even 420 yet. Am I looking at the wrong? No, that's right. Out of my short. Ran out of contracts. Good job, Brian. Okay, in the 5 minute, we are down to that congestion. All right, I'm going to try it right here. Okay, this is namely on the 5 minute is what I'm basing this off of. We're watching it here on the 2 minute, but this is coming from more so the 5 minute. Where do I go for news calendar? Just run a search for economics calendar, D. Stovall. And then, yeah, that'll offer you many different calendars that'll tell you when, what each day holds in terms of announcements and all that sort of stuff. Maybe it's not going to come down. I could see this maybe being some sort of... Again, name... I could bring over the 5 minute. Mainly basing it on this one right here. Ooh, yeah, there it comes, there it comes, there it comes. Okay. Long right there. Green line if it wants to come down some more. Trying for the long. No! Oh, you dirty rat! You dirty rat! Again, I'm laughing not because I'm making a mockery of this, but because it's a coping mechanism. It's a cope. Don't go on tilt, you dirty dog. Ooh, that's kind of nasty, though. Ooh, that's oh my. Oh, hide the kids. Hide your kids. Get them out of the room right now. Hide the kids. All right, sounds good, translate. Markey killed all... Yeah, or he just killed all longs, too, that chase there. Okay, yeah. No, I'm not interested in going long where I was because, in my opinion, at least, that's getting a little too spicy. For me, I'm going to let things maybe chill out a second. I mean, maybe it bounces right off the 50 period, something moving average there, but yeah. I'm going to go ahead and just... All right, somebody give Dastner a timeout. I don't know why he decided to go into dent mode and play the told you game. Somebody give him a timeout. Maybe he can rethink being one of these I told you so people. Give him a timeout. Wow, look at this come on down. Oh, did he say sorry? Oh, well. I think he only got 10 minutes. So he'll be all right. Glad I only got hit with the 10 minutes then. I don't know. I mean, yes, this is completely forcing trades, for me at least, because, I mean, we are right at this massive congestion point. So sure, these could be areas of resistance, but is it an area of, we're right at this big old clump. And if you are like, if you're under the theory, which I wouldn't push back into, if you're saying, Clay, this is just a big range. So if that's you, then this area is also bad because you're basically right in the middle. And if you're on team don't diddle in the middle, well then, yeah, you're not doing anything either, I would assume. All right, see you later, Krager. She needs to stop talking. Well, I mean, to be fair to her, that she is the press secretary. She is supposed to be talking right now. And I don't think she's been talking for that long either. But yeah, if I hear you, if this is like over an hour, it's like, okay, please stop talking. But I don't know, is she even 10 minutes in? Only did the diddle, or the fiddle. Hey, George. Do you think the war has impacted your chart? Well, yeah, I mean, yes. Anything like this is going to have impacts on chart, on anything, right? But it doesn't mean that everything goes out the window and doesn't work anymore. Now winning trades, stop in front of entry. Nice job, Adrian. Always a good feeling. That is always a fantastic feeling to have. Congrats. All right, I think I'm going to try a long down here. Okay, going to try a long at the green line. Ideally, it spikes down, hits me beautifully, and then spikes up 300 points. That's what I don't think I'm being unrealistic, but that's what I'm looking for. Octavia, Mr. CFD. We'll see if he's learned from his ways or not. Stopped out. Good job. Good job, Adrian. Wait, it's the mechanics that matter there. Your mechanics are spot on. If you had yourself in the spot where you're saying it's either a modest green trade or a really big green trade, that's a good spot. So well done, sir. Even if it ultimately turned out to be a small winner, look past that. Look at the mechanics of the trade. You had yourself positioned in a beautiful spot, and that's what it's all about. Because eventually you're going to get your move. Sounds good, Octavia. Welcome back, brother. All right, well, I guess never mind on that one. I'll cancel that out of there. I thought it was popular. I had all these texts, and like a bunch of them were just like spam ones. I'm kind of worried, though, given I'm in Iowa. And then, obviously, with, well, I don't know if it's obvious, but given it's one of the first states, is my phone going to just be blown up incessant? Do we have anybody from Iowa here? I've not lived here long enough to go through like a political season. Well, no, I take that back. I was here. We voted in 2024, I think. But I'm kind of worried. I can't wait for the next presidential cycle. It's probably going to be my mailbox is probably going to be filled with stuff every day. Yeah, so yeah, midterms are coming up. So I wonder how crazy it's going to get with like these political ads and. All right, well. I'm trying to look, but did I miss something? But I don't see anything that I could have really, I mean, okay, in hindsight, I'd be like, okay, well, that was a low and a support I could have bought right there. Okay, yeah, cool story, Clay. That's easy to point out to yourself in hindsight. So yeah, I just don't think that one really gave me anything to work with. You will be voting for democracy or 1812? What's 1812? Are you a voter? Yeah, I vote. These are code clay candles. Yeah, I guess that is something you could call them. Yeah, code clay candles. Holy smokes. I do have an ID. I do have an ID. Shockingly enough, I do have an ID. Yeah. So although I'm not sure that matters, or maybe that just depends where you live. Yeah, this is just chop fest. I mean, I'm not sure how you define a Republican state, but yes, they did vote red last election. Bears. I don't know if anybody's winning right now. Just when the Bulls look like they're winning, it looks like the Bears are winning, and then the Bulls look like they're winning, and then the Bears look like they're winning, and then the Bulls look like they're winning, and now the Bears maybe kind of sort of look like they're winning. I'm kind of tempted for a long down there, but is it okay? Let's do this instead. Maybe this next one is going to be a fake breakthrough here, and then the spazziness stops right down there. Okay. So essentially looking for a fake break of these lows, and then ideally the fake break stops, breaking right there. Big wick on oil. Oh my goodness, you were not kidding. Look at that. Look at that oil 5 minute. Oh my goodness. Whoo! Shut up and dance with me. If you're green today, yeah, it is becoming one of those days where if you're just even green, if you have not cooked an account, well done. Almost, if you have just simply not cooked an account today, well done. Like even if you're red in an account, but you haven't cooked it and you haven't cooked any other accounts, that's what today is really starting to develop to. Just simply not having roasted any of your accounts, well done. Remember silver, oil is violent now. I do remember silver. I do remember silver. Just spend a month on eval to blow it up by accident buying 20 micro. Oh man, you were on a eval for a month and you just cooked it because you accidentally bought. Oh, I've been there. I've done the wrong. Whoops! How many did I just buy? Whoop! Yeah. 5 green accounts today, all trade individually. Well, that's very good. But yes, I am with Brian now at this point. Well, he said if you're green today, I would just say if you simply have not cooked any of your accounts today, well done. I'm still interested in a long near 390. Yeah, we're in the same general area. I'm at 382. I was struggling bouncing back and forth. Nice. So the 5 minute helps you out. Yes, people are supposed to hit the like button, but I've done a miserable job of reminding people today. But yeah, if you are here and enjoying in any way, shape, or form, if you don't mind hitting that like button, it would greatly be appreciated. I don't know. Maybe we got enough people here to create a little short squeeze, get this up to 300 likes. But yeah, I failed miserably in offering up that reminder. Hey, Jocko. Thinking of subscribing, but scared to be banned. Well, I'm not sure what those two things have to do with one another. Now, if subscribing and then being banned meant you owed like YouTube $1,000, I understand why you'd be scared to subscribe to where you could get banned. But am I missing something? If you subscribe to a channel and then get banned, do you get in trouble somehow? All right, good job, Swedish guy. Keep it going, brother. Hey, cousin Judd. Again, I'm trying to long down at this green line, but it's first got to get down there. Without restriction, become the target of relentless attack. Nam, I think you might be missing something from that. Oh yeah, gold is crazy too. Wait, is that real? Or is that a fat finger? Oh my. Gold cooking people up. And that was, and I mean, obviously, if you bought down here, very good job. I'm almost wondering, do I want to short here now, though? Let me cook real quick. Don't get scared. Let me cook. Let me grab some cayenne pepper. Oh, boy. I think I have to take that short. I think I'm obligated if it breaks down through there. Postal Service to impose fuel surcharge on packages. Yeah, that's... You guys had the inside scoop on that last week when when the lumberyard guy contacted me and said, "Hey man, do you want to get your order locked in because my suppliers are telling me prices are going to be going up because of not because lumber itself is going up, because of transportation costs." So yeah, that makes sense there, Nam. Yeah, I'm watching that trend line there very closely for a potential short. Or who knows, maybe this thing just snaps all. I don't know, is this the short up here now? Could be. I bet Wall Street is loving this oil action. I mean, I would say just like any of us traders, it depends. Not the firms that have been on the wrong side of oil action. They're not loving it one bit. True, but someone's always right. That's exactly. That's what I'm saying. For the people that are on the right side, I agree with your premise. Wall Street is loving this action. Agreed. For those people on Wall Street that are on the right side, they're enjoying it. Israel's working assumption Trump may announce a ceasefire by next Saturday. Okay. Yeah, this is all just random nonsense. I'm not saying that is Nam. I'm just saying, like, give me a break. Oil looks good for a potential breakdown. I don't know. Did you maybe did you do that? And you're saying maybe break? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm not saying it's not true for you and your strategy. I'm not quite seeing anything though. I don't know. I'm tempted to take a long through there. See if we can get another spiky spike up to there. And we thought FOMC and yeah, bad. Each are kind of bad for different reasons. Okay, maybe. And I'm not gonna get, if this candle here breaks the trend line, I'm not gonna get short on this candle. If in my ideal world this candle comes down here, okay, that's not too bad. Go up. No. Yeah, okay. If it does flush through the trend line, that's just, for me, has not given me anything I can work with. So I gotta... Let's see if it wants to maybe give me a bounce back up, kind of, sort of, somewhat. So right now, yeah, I'm glad I didn't try anything with the trend line there on the short side, but I suppose if this is the range, technically we're kind of at the bottom of it. I'm looking at it from like the angle of the trend line, but if I just envision this as the bottom of the range, we're here, so we're about to bounce back up there. TPT news. What? You're going to have to be a little bit more specific, Joe J. Viet, you have no credibility around here, dude. You're just right now you fall in the category of lip flapper. Under 2,400. Okay, so where are you going to get short at then? Give us an actual trade plan. And I define actual trade plan as 3 numbers. Entry, stop loss, and target. Can you do that, Viet, or are you just flapping lips? Looks possible oil rolls over. Yeah, again, I'm not saying that's not true, but just from what I'm looking at, I don't necessarily say oil seems kind of neutral right now. See, what I'm looking at and considering is, okay, if I was already looking at that area, and then with this lower trend line here, I mean, this is, you know, ascending triangle here. Just, do we finally get some sort of move up through here on the ascend? Oh, here, maybe kind of, sort of. Sure, under a huge zone, we'll flush like that. Well, I mean, but that's even that. To say something will happen, if you just take that at face value, implies there's a guarantee. Like, and there are no guarantees. Have anyone said have anything to say about trading breakaway gaps? I don't know what that means. Well, yeah, Mafia Bull. I'm just looking at oil itself here on the CLK. Okay, so Viet is definitely just okay. A non-serious person. But yeah, as far as trading breakaway gaps, I mean, okay, but please don't think that there's some like strategy out there that you just blindly follow to trade breakaway gaps. You need to put your own twist on any strategy. Hey, Bubo. Good to see ya. And I am going to try a long up here. Try the ascending triangle breakout if it comes up to that area. So looking to get long at the green line. Like I said, in my mind, we have an ascending triangle here that's taking shape. But only looking to play it if it wants to come up here and technically slightly break out through there. But hopefully it's not one of these... well, I guess if it does something like that, that's plenty of room, I would think, to grab this scalpy scalp, but we'll see what happens. Live streams are, again, I love to equate a live stream to like the real world, and it's so just weird and awkward. So like J. Joe. So let's all pretend this is all in person. We're sitting in the conference room and we're talking. And then J. Joe walks by, down the hallway, opens up the door and says TPT news. And then we're like, oh, well, what do you mean about that? Could you be more specific? But after they say that, they just keep walking down the hallway. Like they stop, ask a question, and then just keep on walking. Like that would be the most awkward thing ever in real life. But with live streams, apparently people do that. They just say bye, they show up, ask question, and then they just leave. It's crazy. Live streams are so bizarre in some ways. When I tried paper trading a while ago, my strategy was mark my over reverse from I don't know if that's well. I mean, I don't know. You'd have to. Was it meaningful? I don't know. How were the results on it? And I'm trying to get long at the green line. Possible long setting up. I know, brother. I got my green line up there. Maybe I should be getting long right now, but that still seems like it could equally just dump through the bottom of the trend line, though, too. Could be. Could be a long setup. Doing good enough to make it continue to be worth my time. How about you, Jose? How are you doing with the payouts? Enough to make it worth your time? NQ is wicked today. Yeah, it is. It is. It is wicked. Yeah, again, if I'm just following a strategy, you are operating as if this is how trading works. You go to Walmart, you say, what aisle are the strategies on? You go to this aisle, and then you just like pick a strategy off the shelf. That's not how this works. That's not how, I understand a lot of people market it that way, but the truth is, yes, you could take a strategy and build from it, but you are a unique individual with different risk tolerances. You're going to have to build something that works for you. But Clay, it's easier if I can just plug and play a strategy. Yes, I know. That's why those people portray it that way, because they're trying to get something from you. The fact of the matter, though, is you have to put in blood, sweat, and tears to figure out something that fits you and your strategy. Or else, like you said, it just feels like a straight up, okay, I can't talk. If that green line turns blue, I'm in. Come on. Come on. Come on. Trying to get long. Correct. All trading is guessing. This is a game of educated guesses, trying to take a guess where we think the odds are in our favor. That is totally true. Well, again, the market not out to get me. As much as sometimes it feels that way, that is the second time. There was one earlier in the stream where it did the same thing, where... No! You gotta be kidding me. You just saw that. You can't make that up. I literally just canceled my order the minute if... Did you guys see it? I'm so glad that happened on live stream, because nobody would have ever believed me had I said that, like, hey man, there was this one time where, I kid you not, the second, like the microsecond I canceled an order, it went in my favor. Did you got... Okay. I'm not going to say that was the craziest thing that's ever happened in my trading career. But like, I'm pretty sure that's easily top 5. That was... Like, you can't make that up. I literally... In fact, it happened so fast that for a second I was hoping, oh, maybe I'm still in. But... Wow. Okay, so you guys... No. Yeah, that's day trading. I get what you're saying. But that is crazy. Like, I promise you, as I clicked the cancel button, the spike happened. Like, I could not have gotten any more. Like, oh, man, that was nuts. In a sick and twisted way. I'm glad now I'll have this as a memory. But what is this nonsense? Look at this. Breakout and then right back to whatever. I mean... I didn't have to, but this is garbage. Pure garbage action. Like if you bought that break, okay, let me take a step back. I really can't complain because this is the third time it's done this. So this is not anything new. There's a fake breakout back down. There's a fake breakout back down. And sure, this one happened to stay green, but then the next candle right back down. So I guess I really can't. Okay, I'll take a step back. Me whining, it's like, Clay, well, I mean, that's what the market's already been doing. But nonetheless, it's still annoying that like there's zero follow through. From that angle, very annoying. What about, okay, Mafia Bull, stop talking about oil. You keep talking about oil like all this stuff. This is what I see. We're trading futures here, buddy, not USO. Wait, are you actually trading the ETF USO, Mafia Bull? I might have really good news for you. Because that's all I see. I don't see anything to get excited about right now in oil. But it just dawned on me. You're talking about USO. Are you actually day trading ticker USO? Can I ask, how do you come in there knowing that it's just all in? Because it's a game of probabilities. You are guessing, but you don't want them to be random guesses. You have to, when you look for certain things, you can say, okay, in this situation, I have an edge. So sure, it's still a guess, but it's a guess where you have an edge and it should work in your favor. Okay, is Mafia Bull just trolling? He might just be a troll. Okay, okay. Okay, good. I'm glad you're not day trading. Wait, you're day trading the SPY. You're day trading ticker SPY. Like SPY straight up or SPY options? And then right back up. What? Yeah, this is just clown fiesta. Clown fiesta. Again, I'm asking you, in what way do you trade SPY? Are you buying SPY straight up or are you trading SPY through options? I'm trying to... Okay. I can't quite tell now. Is this guy being intentionally a dented baboon or is he actually... Thank you. Options. Yeah. That is the literally mathematically provable the dumbest thing you could be doing. You are quite literally making your life harder than it needs to be. You are working very inefficiently. Makes zero mathematical sense to be day trading options. Now, somebody may be saying, well, Clay, wait a second. I day trade options. Why does it not make any sense to day trade options? Here's how options work. Okay. There we go. He just asked, why is trading SPY options dumb? Well, let's just think about how options work. So when you buy an option, if it goes up, okay, that's obvious. That's the easy way you make money. If it goes down, okay, fair enough. That's where you lose money. What happens if it goes sideways? Now, the normal person would say, okay, well, nothing happens. That's neutral. That's just going sideways. Not true with options. With options, you also lose money. Why? Well, because there's something called theta. So think about it. Of the three things the price can do with options, two of those three things will cause you to lose money, meaning you have a 67% chance to lose money. Now you're saying, well, Clay, I make money day trading options. That is super impressive. And I mean that. Very impressive. My pushback to you would be, imagine how much more money you would be making or you would have made if you did not have to deal with theta. And that's why futures are just better. Futures are contracts, just like options are contracts. However, futures contracts do not have theta. So that's what I mean by you are quite literally making your life harder than it needs to be. Mark, don't start with me, Mark. I saw earlier you were an option seller. Please stop acting as if option sellers is the norm, okay? That's like me saying playing the lottery is dumb. And you're like, well, it's not dumb for the people that bought the right ticket. It's like, okay, yes. For this very small category of people, the lottery is not dumb. Same is true for options. Normally, generally speaking, people are buying options. That's what I'm talking about. Lottery logic is the worst. When you're making a broad statement, man, spoons are a great utensil. We'll tell that to the one person back in 1732 that got murdered with a spoon. I don't think spoons are that great. Okay, fine. In that situation, spoons are not good. But broadly speaking, I like a spoon. So yes, for the person that asked, that is why day trading options, you're literally making your life harder than it needs to be. Not to mention futures move way better than options anyways. But even if we just assume options and futures move the same, still, futures are so much better because there is no theta. But the cool thing is those things are actually not the same. They do move better anyways. So you get to trade something that moves better and does not have theta. I can't. Some of you are so dented. You're so dented. Yes, I realize if you're starting to sell and do butterflies and iron condors, blah blah blah. I understand that's but that is not the vast majority of people. Okay, the new person showing up is not like, all right, let's do some butterfly spreads. Yes, and that's the other thing, Nate. And if you're selling options too, I mean, you need more capital. It's way more complicated, but. Exactly. What DJ just said. That's exactly it. So for example, let's say this happened, okay? This is actually a perfect example. We had this area right here. Somebody buys an option, right? They buy a call, meaning they want it to go up. So they buy it right here. Well, it came down, it came up, it chopped around, and then it made a move. Now the futures person is say, okay, good. I had opportunity because I bought right here. I could have scalped it out right there. But for the options trader, I highly doubt it. Even though it spiked, even though it came up here, their position was more than likely still red. Why? Well, because during this phase right here, theta was eating away at the value of their contract. So for the people, that's what I mean by it. It's mathematically provable. It doesn't make any sense. You're quite literally making your life harder than it needs to be. Okay, Mark Crow, for the final time or else you're getting banned. Yes, I understand that. If you sell options, fine. We're making broad statements, brother. We're talking about in general. The people that think that buying and day trading options is, they're not doing that. I understand you're more advanced in your journey. We are not talking to you, a very small subset. So there's no need to point out like, well, technically speaking, if you say, yes, I know that. Technically speaking, if you play the right lottery numbers, playing the lottery was not stupid. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Some of these people don't understand, I'm making a generalized thought right now. And the crazy thing is that Mafia dude's probably gone already. He's like, well, the whole point of that discussion was for Mafia Bull, and the guy's been gone for probably the past 5 minutes because he doesn't seem like the type that was really going to be open-minded to be like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe what I'm doing is actually not smart. Plant, Mintmont, plant. There's a T on the end of that. No, that's fine, Mark. You just seem to keep bringing it up. Like, yes, you're not wrong. You are 100% right. But that is certainly not the majority of people. Well, there's the trend line break. But, bottom of the... Yeah, that's true too. That's another way of looking at it. It could just still be the bottom of the range down here. Not quite. It's getting closer, though. But yeah, Well, my first time, like the entire life, I'm such a bad... This is such bad for business. Anyways, this is actually a very important slide that I failed to mention at all during the stream. But if you do enjoy the stream and you want to help support it, because this is totally viewer supported, I don't have any sponsorships, maybe someday. But if you want the stream to continue, you got to use code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms. I recommend Take Profit Trader. I think they're the best, king of the business. But I do understand everybody's in different locations in their journey, and maybe you're looking to build and expand your empire. So you want to, go beyond Take Profit Trader, and you do enjoy the live stream, so you're wondering how you can help support it. So yeah, code CLAY with any of these prop firms will give you the discount, no matter, whatever the current discount is. Code CLAY will give you that current one. And like I said, it's a win for you. You're saving yourself money. It's a win for the live stream because it'll help keep it going. And yeah, it's a double win for you because it's keeping something continue that you enjoy, and it's helping you save some money. So yeah, code CLAY, all caps, with any of these prop firms will make that happen. So I'm going to go ahead and call it good. Hey, do we have 9 of you? Are there 9 people here that are willing to hit that like button on their way out? That would at least push it up to 300 likes. But yeah, I slacked today on offering up the reminder for the like. So it was a rough one in that regard today. But anyways, if you are not yet a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Turn on notifications. I will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Usually I show up a little early. So if you want to know exactly when I go live, that is where turn on notifications will help with that. But I'm going to go ahead and call it good. I don't know. A weird day. Just all the way through. Even before the live stream started, as I talked about. But not every day can be beautiful. That's part of being a trader. So it is what it is. But even with futures, that's the nice thing about futures. Even if it's not ideal, there is still money-making opportunities out there. So, hey, 311. Thank you, everybody. Very nice. Very nice. Thank you for hitting the like button on the way out there. So thank you, everybody, for being here. I'll be back. I'll see you at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. Take care. Code CLAY, all caps. Have a good one.